Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, it's personal. We listen to our clients to see the whole picture, because every part of you is important. For a team built on relationships and results, call Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson at 304 Lawyers, or visit us at burkeandschultz.com.
Are you considering selling your home and don't know where to start? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Phone Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams at 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
Hi, this is Rob Mario. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call 304-262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg has a brand new list of daily specials. Monday, stop on in for burger night or enjoy a nice juicy steak every Tuesday and Wednesday. The Palace Lounge also offers freshly steamed shrimp Thursdays and chef specials every Friday and Saturday. Sunday is all-day breakfast and there are drink specials daily too. So come enjoy the Palace Lounge. You can find them on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard. Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl tile and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009 or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
A Honda is more than just a vehicle. It's a gateway to spring adventure. Start your adventures with Honda, the brand owners are calling the most fun to drive. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 0.9% APR on a 2022 Honda HR-V and a 1.9% APR on a 2022 Civic or Accord. New vehicles are arriving daily at a local Honda dealer.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic SI 2021 ACSI survey of customers rating the performance of their own automobiles.
When it comes to breast cancer, early detection is the key. During the month of May, WVU Medicine will offer 3D mammogram screening clinics to women 40 and older on select weekdays at our Spring Mills Women's Imaging Center and our Jefferson Women's Imaging Center for just $60. This discount fee helps patients who haven't met their deductible, whose insurance doesn't include one with an annual exam, and for those with no insurance. Schedule your 3D mammogram today. Call WVU Medicine at 1-844-802-2734, option 2.
The following is a special sports broadcast presentation of Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. Play ball! It's time for the fun and excitement of West Virginia high school baseball. Today's game is being brought to you by
Bechtel Jewelers, the Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, CMA Honda of Winchester, Hagerstown Ford, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, the Mountaineer Grill and Pub, the Mirius Group of Financial Advisors, Orsini's Home Store, Modern Realty Results, Kent Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, and the Skinner Law Firm.
And now for the pregame show. Let's go out to the field and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team.
$30 seconds.
You may have a little bit of a late start with them since they kind of take IO and stuff.
Display.
Oh, yeah.
I just got to say one word to Colin and it fixes everything. About 10 seconds.
Love you, Colin.
He can't hear you.
You're a jerk.
We welcome you to P.O. Faulkner Park as we get you set for West Virginia High School Baseball sectional playoff action. It's the Section 1 championship game in Region 2 between Martinsburg and Musselman. The Bulldogs come into this section winners of the first 2 rounds at 2-0. So they only need to win one more game, and they'll be the sectional champions. Musselman will have to take 2 from the Bulldogs if they want to win in this double elimination tournament. I'm Nick Verzolini. Alongside me is Trip Tobin and Spencer Dupuis. Our cameramen tonight, Colin McLaughlin and John Alderton. And Trip, this is a huge game. Obviously, it's for the sectional championship. Winner will go to regionals. And Martinsburg comes in with the advantage, but it's not a guarantee that the Bulldogs will advance.
No, I mean, the last time they played, and the Rutherford, the young man was on the mound, Colt Cohen Rutherford had Martinsburg no hit to the 7th inning. So, the depth of the Musselman pitching staff is there, and it gives them the ability to withstand, be in the loser's bracket. Should they get back, should they get this game tonight, and then they'll get Dylan Stevens back for tomorrow should they win tonight. So, but Martinsburg's looking to put an end to all that today, right away. And, they certainly don't want to play tomorrow in a do-or-die game. So at the moment, Martinsburg certainly has the advantage. You got to win one of the next 2. But Musselman does have the depth and has shown it, and has Cohen Rutherford on the mound, who certainly gave the Bulldogs fit the last time.
Yeah, and on the mound for Martinsburg will be Joe Paulson, his first start since re-aggravating that shoulder injury that he had earlier in the season. And talked to Coach Aaron Byler. He believes that Joe can go as deep as Martinsburg needs him to tonight. And, it might be a little bit of an interesting decision since we haven't seen Paulson in the starting role in a little bit, but they're confident in him, and he has the experience in this situation.
Yeah, he certainly does. He's been in this situation last year. A lot of sectional experience under his belt, and he feels like spoke with his dad down there. It seems like he's ready to go. Seems pretty healthy. He did get some rehab start, or I don't know about starts, but he did get some rehab innings, and they were real happy with his performance there. And of course, they've been bullpenning him and keeping an eye on him throughout this. So, not totally surprised he's out there tonight. And I believe that you'll see, pretty much the old Joe, and Musselman's going to have to, deal with that. And he had 7, 8, 9 wins last year, and he's a 3-pitch pitcher, fastball, changeup, curveball kind of guy who can locate, and just a great mound presence out there that. Doesn't give up a lot of, when he's walking, guys, there's an issue, and that's what we started to see, earlier this year when he wasn't feeling well. The walks kind of mounted, and that's just not Joe Paulson.
And when we look at these 2 teams' offenses, Martinsburg has scored 8 runs in both games in sectional play, and Musselman, in the games they've won, have been low-scoring efforts. So the offenses are kind of going in different directions, but as we've already mentioned, Rutherford did have a no-hitter before he exited the game against Martinsburg last time out. So that will be interesting to see how the offenses play. And obviously Musselman's looking for a little bit, I think, more offense. They had a great start in the game that they just played the other night when they had the 3-run lead. But besides that, the offense really didn't do much. So it's going to be important for them to get the timely hits tonight, Trip.
Yeah, they come out, the night that Dylan Stevens came in here and in that sectional game that had, a lot was on the line that night. Musselman came in and scored 7 runs, hit the ball really well, had, I think they had double-digit hits that night, and I think they knocked Caleb Edwards out there in about the 4th or 5th inning. So, Musselman, though, they haven't been able to put that kind of offensive onslaught together. Much in these 3 games. It's there. It's in that lineup. Jacob Miller's back in that lineup tonight after, bouncing off the fence out there and being taken out of the game. So, he's back in the lineup. Hopefully he's healthy enough to play and be productive there in that spot. I know he's a warrior, and we know that he'll play through the pain, and it's not broken, so he's going to give it all he's got out there. So that's adds a little bit to their offense there. But when Musselman and Hedgesville get together, it just seems like they just didn't hit each other. This was unbelievable pitching or what, but they had two tremendous low-scoring pitches duels. But, Mark, they're coming off a huge win last night where they, got that walk-off, and that's something that, momentum that could just carry through the night and into today.
All right, we'll take our first 3-minute break here on the Cody's Auto Body Countdown to First Pitch. Brought to you by Cody's Auto Body at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg, where you get the work done right the first time. Call 304-901-4777 or visit their Facebook page. When we return, we will hear from both teams' head coaches. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Hagerstown Ford continues to be your leader in car sales up and down the I-81 corridor. We will beat any and all competitors' prices. And we've made buying a new car easier than ever with one-day delivery better than Amazon and a return policy better than Walmart. Your satisfaction is our guarantee. If you don't like it, simply return it and we'll come pick it up. No questions asked. Why would you shop anywhere else? At Hagerstown Ford, we take great pride in our community and supporting our local student athletes. That's why Hagerstown Ford is the official car dealership of Shepherd Rams quarterback Tyson Bagent. Our remote buying process has made new car shopping so easy, you'll never even set foot in a dealership. Simply go to HagerstownFord.com and click on the car you want to buy it, or use the Axle Auto app. It's that easy. You can order your new car on any device. Go to HagerstownFord.com and get your new car signed, sealed, and delivered from Hagerstown Ford.
Life can get in the way these days. We all know that. Work commitments, social commitments, volunteer commitments, family commitments. You put your heart into all of it. You've got enough to worry about already. Your roof shouldn't be one of those things. Everything should just work. But when your roof is in need of an upgrade, you shouldn't have to worry about that either. Modern Renovations, your four-state roofing solution, reminding you that home is where the heart really is.
Finding the right home can be a tough decision, but finding the right lender doesn't have to be. With 32 years of experience, the Mortgage Center knows how to find the right loan for you that requires little or no money down. The Mortgage Center's mobile-friendly website makes the application process quick and stress-free. And as always, you'll want to get pre-approved before you contact any real estate agent or builder. Whether you're purchasing or refinancing, call the Mortgage Center at 304-267-9040 or visit mortgagefinancing.com today.
Heffley Motor Company, just off I-81 at 993 Hedgesville Road, is a family-owned and operated business providing the Eastern Panhandle with the highest quality pre-owned vehicles and customer service since 1997. Heffley is a pre-owned Carfax Advantage dealer. We're proud to be your partner, serving the community. You're local, we're local, so why not buy local? Call us at 304-267-7172 or see us at 993 Hedgesville Road. And if you want to sell your car, we buy cars too. Check us out at Heffley.com. Heffley Motor Company, a nice place to do business.
Ever try to collect on an insurance claim? Perhaps a homeowner's claim, auto accident, or fire. Insurance companies collect money from you for protection should something bad happen. And when it does, they don't want to pay, or they offer too little. At Mansion Ferretti, we have an attorney who worked defending insurance companies and knows all the dirty tricks they play to deny or lowball your claim. Call us today for help in getting what you really deserve. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
We welcome you back to P.O. Faulkner Park. We'll now get into our coaches' interviews brought to you by Laddie's Bar and Grill, located at 107 Lutz Avenue in Martinsburg. If you're looking for some fun nightlife and great food at affordable prices, then dine in at Laddie's or carry out by calling them at 304-263-5233. We'll start with the head coach of the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Aaron Byler, and then jump over to head coach of the Musselman Appleman, Josh Hartman. Now joined by the head coach of the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Aaron Byler. Coach, coming in 2-0 here in sectional, one win away from advancing to regionals. How's it feel to be in this position?
Yeah, it's a good spot to be in. I think it's a spot we wanted to be in. Should be a fun night, Friday night, EPAC sectional baseball championship. We're looking forward to it.
Musselman, again, your opponent. You guys were able to beat them to get to this point, and then they beat Hedgesville yesterday, so good matchup for you. Obviously, it's been a competitive series so far this season. What are you kind of looking forward to about this particular game?
Well, I think one of the advantages of going 2-0 is that you get that day off and don't have to play, so you'd like to think that we have a little bit more pitching left than they do. At the same time, I haven't seen their lineup card yet, but I'm assuming they're throwing Colin Rutherford, who had a no-hitter through, 6 innings against us the last time he threw. So I don't know if you can really say that we have more pitching than them the way that he threw last time. We're just looking forward to it in general. Hopefully our kids relax, knowing that it's not a must-win game, and hopefully have a whole lot of fun.
Joe Paulson starting for you guys tonight, and this will be, I believe, his first start since he came back from the injury officially, after he re-aggravated it a little bit. So are you confident that Joe can go as deep as you need him to tonight, and what kind of went into the decision to go with him over maybe DJ Triggs or some of the other guys that have been starting for you all year?
Well, I think first and foremost, DJ has been, he's 5-1 on the year, and he's proven that he could start this game as well. What kind of went into the thinking is Joe is pretty well healthy, and we feel that he can go as long as we need him to go. If you remember last year in the sectional championship, Joe Paulson was a guy on the mound, so you kind of feel like he has that experience. He's been in this big game before. You'd like to hope that his nerves won't be as bad. At the same time, we have faith in DJ to come in if needed. So it's a good spot to be in with both those guys available, as well as Isaiah Morris.
And you mentioned that you expect Rutherford to go for them, and presuming that he is, what do you kind of need, or what do you think the bats could do differently in this game than what you did the other game when he had that no-hitter going through 6 or 7 innings, whatever it was?
Well, I didn't think our approach was very good. I don't know if it was because it was a meaningless game or what, but I didn't think we had a very good approach. So as long as our approach stays good, I think we're hitting the ball pretty well right now. Hopefully that continues. Our guys are playing with a whole lot of confidence. Hopefully they take that confidence to the plate. If we have a good approach, put the baseball in play, make them field it, then hopefully we'll be successful tonight.
All right, Coach, thank you and good luck tonight.
Thanks, Nick.
Looking for some nightlife? Then look no further. Laddie's Bar and Grill has a full bar and kitchen, pool table, and entertainment with great food at affordable prices. You can dine in or carry out by calling us at 304-263-5233. Laddie's is open Monday through Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 3 a.m. and Sundays from 10 a.m. to 3 a.m. We serve breakfast all day long, and our lunch and dinner specials are posted every day on our Facebook page. So stop on in to Laddie's Bar and Grill, located at 107 Lutz Avenue in Martinsburg.
Now joined by the head coach of the Musselman Appleman, Josh Hartman. Coach, Colin Rutherford going for you tonight. Last time you guys played Martinsburg, he had a no-hitter before he had to exit the game. So, excellent outing for him. Does that go into him starting tonight?
That plays a factor, and definitely. I mean, he definitely had a good appearance last time he was against Martinsburg. I believe he went 5 innings without giving up a hit. We're also kind of low on our pitching staff right now as well, but I have all the confidence in the world with him going out there and hopefully getting the job done tonight.
So you guys were able to get the win over Hedgesville, 1-0 win for you to advance to this point, and you have to take 2 from Martinsburg, but you're still in a pretty good position. So how do you feel about tonight's matchup, and what are you kind of telling the guys knowing that you have to take 2?
You're playing it one game at a time right now. Obviously, you want to give yourself an opportunity to be able to play again tomorrow. So we're taking it one game at a time. Last night, 1-0 game came out, a big win there in the bottom of the 7th, and hopefully have a little momentum going in tonight and can carry that on through the night and hopefully come back out here again tomorrow.
When you look back at the last game you guys played against Martinsburg the other night, 3-0 lead there for you early, and then things didn't really go your way throughout the rest of the ball game. What do you need to do better tonight so if you do get a lead to hold on to it?
I definitely need to capitalize when you're at 2-out situation. Somebody needs to come up with a big hit, especially with runners in scoring position. I feel like we haven't done a very good job with that. We left a lot of people on base, and we got to find a way to get things going early. Felt like last night we had opportunities a lot, but a lot of that stuff didn't happen until we had 2 outs. So you got to get stuff going early and hopefully capitalize when you got an opportunity to do that stuff.
Jacob Miller back for you guys in the lineup, obviously a big part of the team, and have him back, what does that do for your team as a senior and one of your leaders?
Jacob is honestly the heart and soul of this team. I mean, that kid puts everything on the line for this program. He's had a lot of hardships through all the sports that he's played, and I'm just so happy he's able to get back out there tonight, and I know he's going to do good things tonight. And the kids see that. They see him as the leader that he is, and they're going to play hard for him and for the team as well.
All right, Coach, thank you, and good luck tonight.
Thank you, Nick. I appreciate it.
All right, so as both teams' head coaches, we will take a 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we will continue to break down this matchup for the sectional championship between Martinsburg and Musselman. This is West Virginia High School baseball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
A reputation for caring, a legacy of service. At Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, it's been our story since 1880. A family-owned business, we support the needs and wishes of families. We offer traditional services, as well as many options for cremation, customized remembrances, and pre-planning. Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations retains its family atmosphere and stays true to its roots. Contact us for advanced planning, or at your time of loss. We're here when you need us.
Insurance companies like to play games. They say they're on your side, but they aren't. We have a team that can handle any curveball they throw. At Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, you get a dedicated lawyer, and every case gets a team effort. So you get nearly 150 combined years of experience going to bat for you. And we like to win. Join the team that takes your personal injury case seriously. Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson. We play hardball.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers Mechanic Insurance Companies. For over a century, we have been dedicated to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. We specialize in auto, home, farm, and business insurance. Our products are backed with personal, hands-on service. You can trust us to protect what matters most to you. For all of your insurance needs, there's Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies.
We welcome you back to P.O. Faulkner Park as we get you set here on the countdown to first pitch for Martinsburg and Musselman. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Trip Tobin and Spencer Dupuis. We'll get into our EPAC baseball roundup, brought to you by Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson. Over 120 years combined experience as accident, injury, and disability lawyers. Go to burkeandschultz.com or call them at 304-263-0900. We play hardball. And Spencer, one other game going on tonight besides the one we have here in the EPAC.
Yeah, so initially today I believe it was postponed until tomorrow, but they've worked it out that as currently as we speak, Washington has a 5-0 lead over Hampshire in the bottom of the 4th inning with 1 out. At the plate is Josh McCarthy with 1 strike. And Matei on the mound for Washington. This game is being played at Sager Field there at Jefferson High School, which has a very good drainage system and is great after rain. They like to play on days that they do have rain. So they're able to get that game in today instead of pushing it to tomorrow. So that means it's a go for 1 p.m. tomorrow. I believe Jefferson will host the winner of this ballgame, which as we speak, it's looking like Washington. That's what's going on around the EPAC, Nick.
Yeah, and that kind of affects our schedule a little bit depending on what happens here tonight. If there's another game between Martinsburg and Musselman, we will be here tomorrow, but if not, then we will be at the Jefferson-Washington game if that score holds up. Originally, we were going to do Washington-Hampshire because we were told that there was going to be an 11 a.m. game, but that has all changed because they moved the location of the game. So you mentioned rain, Spencer. The rain has seemed to clear, and the skies are blue for the most part, partly cloudy here as we are a few minutes away from first pitch, and we'll get into our weather now, brought to you by Kelly Allstate Insurance. For all of your insurance needs, call Gary Kelly at 304-263-4596 or stop by 724 Lakeview Drive in Martinsburg. And looking at the weather, there was still a chance of rain, but 73 degrees as we are about maybe a few more minutes delayed than what we originally supposed to be for first pitch.
Yeah, when I was talking to Coach Byler, he did say probably a little later because the time it took them to take the tarp off the field,
right,
which
took a little longer than they expected from what I understand. And being here and hearing everything that was going on, it took them probably a little bit longer than they had wanted to. But it is obviously off the field now.
I'm not seeing any rain again until later tonight, so as of right now, it looks like we'll be good for baseball, which is great to hear. We'll take another break. On the other side of that break, we'll give you the starting lineups and get you and continue to break down this matchup, get you set for first pitch. This is West Virginia High School baseball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV10. We're back after this.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
Are you considering selling your home and don't know where to start? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Phone Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams at 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
Faulkner Park here on the Cody's Auto Body countdown to first pitch. Nick Verzolini, Trip Tobin, Spencer Dupuis, happy to have you with us for Musselman and Martinsburg in the Region 2 Section 1 championship game. We'll now get you the starting lineups brought to you by Trips Flooring. Not sure where to go or who to trust for your flooring needs? Call Trips Flooring at 304-229-7009 or online at tripsfloorsanding.com. And Trip, do you want to read those starting lineups?
Yeah, for you visiting Musselman Appleman tonight, leading off playing center field, Kyle Lohr, number 14. Batting second, number 13, shortstop, Baden Hartman. Batting third, number 8, first baseman, Jason Myers. Batting fourth, third baseman, number 11, Dylan Stevens. Batting fifth and back in the lineup tonight after an injury that he sustained in 6 stitches to his forehead is right fielder Jacob Miller, number 1. Batting sixth tonight, left fielder Taryn Boyles, number 9. Doing the catching tonight, number 24, Wyatt Levy. Batting in the 8 hole, the DH, number 31, Jackson Shockey. He'll be batting for tonight's pitcher, Cohen Rutherford. And batting in the 9 hole, your second baseman, number 4, Trenton Wolf. Rounding out that lineup that dugout is number 5, Brandon Berry, number 3, Trevor Board, number 12, Wyatt McClintock, number 22, Mason Carter, number 25, Connor Chansey. They're coached by Josh Hartman, Brian Klepner, Mike Mackey, and Jordan Butler.
And then for Martinsburg?
For Martinsburg, you got your usual suspects here. Your leadoff guys, number 3. And your shortstop, Hudson Clement. Batting second, left fielder, number 4, Landon Sifford. Batting third, right fielder, number 14, Isaiah Morris. Batting fourth, first baseman, number 27, Caleb Edwards. Batting fifth, second baseman, number 5, Carson Buber. Batting sixth, center fielder, number 8, Jordan Canby. Batting seventh, number 10, playing third base, Michael Lupus. Batting eighth, number 18, your DH, Jacob Zittel. He's batting tonight for your pitcher, Joe Paulson. And batting ninth and rounding out the order is number 8, Matthew Asanovich catching. The rest of the lineup is Keegan Everhart, the rest of the dugout is Keegan Everhart, Logan Wilt, DJ Triggs, Trey Spar, Ben Reisenweber, Christian Alter, Murphy Clement, Walker Hall, Braden Oviedo, Isaac Grove, Eric King, Victor Mercurio, Owen Rubenthal. They're coached by head coach Aaron Bowler, assistant coach Kurt Zarnicki, Bo Bartley, Buzzy Jackson, Zeke Gersinger, and Larry Cooper.
And we look at that Martinsburg lineup, typically pretty similar, as you said, it just one or two changes, and that's kind of helped them, I think, keep some consistency in that lineup. But we'll turn it over to Spencer here. We'll talk a little bit about this pitching matchup. Obviously, Spencer Rutherford for Musselman had that dominant outing last time against the Bulldogs, and to see Joe Paulson back on the mound in a starting role tonight is exciting for Bulldog fans.
It definitely is. We'll start with the away team, the number 2 in this section, Musselman Appleman, looking at Cohen Rutherford. He has a 4.63 ERA, 2-1 on the season, 6 appearances in 19 2/3 innings, allowing 12 hits, 16 runs, 13 earned, 19 walks to 18 strikeouts. He's given up 1 home run. He's faced 87 batters this season. And for Joe Paulson, in 16 2/3 innings, 7 games played, 4 have started. That was, again, before his injury. He is 2-2 on the season, 25 hits allowed, 16 runs, 8 of those earned, 11 walks to 17 strikeouts. His ERA is 3.36.
Yeah, so a good pitching matchup tonight. And Tripp, any thoughts that you want to throw in here before first pitch? As we said, it will be a delayed first pitch. And again, this is a double elimination tournament. Martinsburg has won both of the first 2 games in the tournament, so they are 2-0. Musselman had to battle out of their losers bracket to get here. So if the Bulldogs win, they move on to regionals. If Musselman wins, then we're right back here tomorrow for the deciding game. So definitely a great matchup. Should be a good game. But Tripp, any thoughts that you want to throw in just about maybe what the teams need to do to get the win?
Well, I think for sure Martinsburg needs to, they want to steal this thing up tonight. They don't want to face Dylan Stevens tomorrow. I think he's leading the EPAC by far in strikeouts, and he came in here in his dominant fashion. So look for Martinsburg to do what they do, get runners on base. I think, like Coach Bauer said, their approach has to be better against Cohen Rutherford tonight. They have to, they have to try to get some free bases from him, put the ball in play, get the ball on the ground, use their speed, move runners, and do some, have situational hitting, and, try to score 3, 4, 5 runs. And give their team, give Joe Paulson a cushion. As far as, Musselman goes, they haven't seen much of Paulson this year, but they have seen him before, and they know about him. They're an aggressive hitting baseball team. They need to get that offensive juggernaut that they have going and get that contagious hitting that they have, because when they start hitting, they string them together. So, as we seen the other night when they singled and then they hit home runs, and so they have power and everything, but at the end of the day, they just this is it for them, and they're playing. And I think one of the hardest teams to beat is a team that has nothing to lose. And tonight, they're probably playing with just nothing to lose. I mean, they have it all to lose. Don't get me wrong, but they have to lay it on the line and play like there's nothing to lose. And Martinsburg's in a little different situation where they can kind of play and play, and it's not a must win, that they can loosen up a little bit, but. Sometimes when your back's against the wall, like theirs was last night, and they come away with that 2-0 lead, or that 1-run win last night in the bottom of the 7th, that was huge momentum for them, and look for that momentum to carry. But it's really hard to beat Martinsburg here at home with that speed when they can get the ball in play, and I expect them to get the ball in play tonight against Rutherford and cause trouble for Musselman's defense.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a great game for the sectional championship. Martinsburg winning 2 of the 3 matchups so far this season against Musselman. Musselman won the first matchup here 7-1. Bulldogs go to Appleland Park and get the win in extra innings in that game, and then last time out an 8-5 win for the Bulldogs over the Applemen. So this rivalry has heated up. It should be intense on both sides. The fans from Musselman seem to have traveled well, and of course the Bulldog fans are out here at P.O. Faulkner Park. So
in droves.
And the intensity will be there tonight, I think, on both sides.
It's Friday night. It's like a Friday night football night here, and these two rivalries in a lot of sports. But, yeah, it's going to be a great game. Again, the two different teams, two different approaches. Martinsburg, they kind of base to base, get on base, steal, cause havoc that way. Musselman's more of a, they like to barrel the ball up, put the ball in the gaps. Of course, they have a few home runs under their belt. So two different approaches. We'll see which one works here tonight. See if Martinsburg can get those guys on, get some station-to-station baseball situational hitting going, or if it's going to be Musselman's team that strings together, base hit after base hit and puts multiple runs up.
All right, well, that does it for us here on the Cody's Auto Body Countdown to First Pitch. Martinsburg coming in with a record of 22-7. Musselman sits at 19-10. Again, if the Bulldogs win, they're on to regionals. If Musselman wins, we play again tomorrow. But that is all coming up after this break. When we return, we'll have more West Virginia High School baseball action and First Pitch on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We're back in 3 minutes.
Number 33, Eric King. Number 34, Victor Curio.
Ever try to collect on an insurance claim? Perhaps a homeowner's claim, auto accident, or fire. Insurance companies collect money from you for protection should something bad happen. And when it does, they don't want to pay, or they offer too little. At Mansion Ferretti, we have an attorney who worked defending insurance companies and knows all the dirty tricks they play to deny or lowball your claim. Call us today for help in getting what you really deserve. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Life can get in the way these days. We all know that. Work commitments, social commitments, volunteer commitments, family commitments. You put your heart into all of it. You've got enough to worry about already. Your roof shouldn't be one of those things. Everything should just work. But when your roof is in need of an upgrade, you shouldn't have to worry about that either. Modern Renovations, your 4-state roofing solution. Reminding you that home is where the heart really is.
Looking for some nightlife? Then look no further. Laddie's Bar & Grill has a full bar and kitchen, pool table, and entertainment with great food at affordable prices. You can dine in or carry out by calling us at 304-263-5233. Laddie's is open Monday through Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 3 a.m. and Sundays from 10 a.m. to 3 a.m. We serve breakfast all day long, and our lunch and dinner specials are posted every day on our Facebook page. So stop on in to Laddie's Bar & Grill, located at 107 Lutz Avenue in Martinsburg.
Play ball! The pregame is over, and we're ready for today's opening pitch and the play-by-play. Today's game broadcast has been brought to you by
Cody's Auto Body, Laddie's Bar and Grill, Trips Flooring, The Mortgage Center, Gary Kelly Allstate Insurance, Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, The Heffley Motor Company, The Palace Lounge, Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies, Milestone Realty, and by WVU Medicine, Berkeley, and Jefferson Medical Centers.
So let's return to the field and rejoin our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team.
Back to P.O. Faulkner Park as Region 2 Section 1 championship game between Martinsburg and Musselman. We're just about ready to get started. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Trip Tobin, Spencer Dupuis, John Alderton, and Kyle McLaughlin are on camera tonight. The Bulldogs on the mound first. It will be Joe Paulson for Martinsburg, making his first start since re-aggravating his injury that he had earlier in the season. Martinsburg comes out in the black jerseys with the orange numbers or orange outline around the black text, and the black hats with the orange Block M logo for Martinsburg. And then for Musselman, It is the red jerseys with the green sleeves, gray pants, and looks like a gray stripe or no stripe down the side for the Appleman Bulldogs with the white pants and the orange stripe down the side. Paulson will take the mound first for Martinsburg, and the first three up due up for Musselman is Kyle Lohr, Baden Hartman, and Myers due up for them. So
we're the first people to get to see the sectional plaque.
Oh wow!
There'll be the SSAC 2022 AAA baseball.
We had a camera in here. It'd be cool if we had a camera in here. Maybe I should have thought of that.
So Colin to give me a look.
It's not working, Trip.
The zoom isn't quite that great on the camera to get to here, but
so we did get the plaque up here for Musselman's AD, Steve Campbell. And someone's going to capture that tonight or tomorrow.
So Lohr will dig in first for the Appleman. Paulson steps on the mound, and we're getting ready for first pitch here at P.O. Faulkner Park. And the first pitch from Joe Paulson is hit towards short, and Hudson Clement is right there for out number one.
Yeah, Musselman, they swing early in the counts. You know, as you've seen with the Brewer only pitching 75 pitches the other day tells you that Musselman will swing the bat early, so you can't leave balls over the plate earlier. They will hit the baseball early in counts.
Our first pitch is brought to you by the Mortgage Center on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg. One call will save you thousands. Call 304-267-9040. And I'll bring Hartman to the plate, a .427 hitter on the season, 24 RBIs. And he sends one on the ground foul. Count sits at 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 away. Top of the first inning between Martinsburg and Musselman.
Mike Lupus giving a lot of line over there. If that ball gets down the line, it's an easy double for the speed of Hartman. Hartman had the walk-off last night, the single, not your typical single. Line drive off the hip of pitcher Riley Bubb that caused created the final run.
1-1 to Hartman, another ground ball, this time to Clement, and Clement throws, but it's not in time. So Hartman beats it out for an infield single.
Sort of Clement got a little taste of his own medicine there on that one. As a couple of times this year, he certainly has beat the ball on the ground there, and then been in. There was absolutely no play from the opposing shortstop, but Hartman himself is just loaded with speed. He can really run over there, and as you've seen that, as he beat that out by a couple steps.
Yeah, swing and a miss on a breaking ball to Myers. Myers, a .394 hitter, leads the Appleman in RBIs with 29 this season. First baseman here tonight. Hartman takes his lead off of first. Paulson looks into his catcher of Asanovich. Hartman takes off for second. The throw down. Good throw for Asanovich, and they get him. A perfect tag on the other end by Hudson Clement. And after Hartman beats out an infield single, he is thrown out at second trying to steal.
Yeah, that's a huge play by Asanovich because, like I said, Hartman is probably, I would say, is the easily the fastest fastest athlete on that Musselman team. So, if Asanovich can shut down that running game, that would be huge.
Myers will take this one outside for a ball. So 1 ball, 2 strike count, and now 2 outs, and that's a real momentum killer too, Trip, because he had the 1-out single.
Mm-hmm.
Could have potentially had 1 out and your best RBI guy at the plate, but now a 1-2, and that one's hit up the middle. Paulson fields it cleanly and throws to Edwards at first for out number 3. So we'll head to the bottom of the first inning. No runs and no left on for the Appleman. Martinsburg now coming to the plate. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We're back at 60.
Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
Hi, it's Talk Radio WRNR and TV10 Spencer Dupuis. When I got into a car accident and needed to get another vehicle, I wanted to go somewhere I could trust. So I went to the Heffley Motor Company at 993 Hedgesville Road.
As a first-time car buyer, I really didn't know what to expect. But at Heffley, they treated me like family. Every step in the process was seamless. Not only did they give me a great deal, but they also helped me secure an amazing interest rate. Now I know firsthand why Heffley has such a great reputation in this community.
I ride with Heffley Motor Company, so you should too.
We welcome you back to P.O. Faulkner Park. No score between Martinsburg and Musselman, bottom of the first inning. Leading off for the Bulldogs will be Hudson Clement, followed by Landon Sifford and Isaiah Morris. Those three due up to begin this bottom of the first inning. And Rutherford on the mound for Musselman. Of course, last time these two teams met in the regular season, Rutherford held a no-hitter before checking out of the ball game, so a guy that has pitched well against this team before. When you look at his numbers, 4.63 earned run average, a 2-1 record, and it probably was between him or Miller to start tonight. I'm sorry, Myers. No, Miller. I was right the first time. But Miller had the injury. And I don't know if he's able to pitch with that wrist injury. I don't think it's on his throwing arm, but still might be causing him some pain. I mean, those two guys are very close statistically this season, so either one. But Rutherford, obviously the sophomore, and he had a good start last time against Martinsburg, so they have confidence in him tonight.
Yeah, they have him. They got get Trevor Bohr, I believe, still is available to come in and do some cleanup as well. In middle innings, as he does for them really well, changes things up from the left side should they need him. But at the moment now they need a long outing from Rutherford at the moment.
Clement takes the first pitch for a ball outside. Next pitch is low for ball 2. So 2-0 count on the Bulldogs shortstop.
A lot to ask out of a sophomore. Coming here into Bulldog territory and do or die game.
2-0 is taken for a called strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Hudson Clement, no score, bottom of the first inning. Martinsburg Musselman going at it here in the sectional championship game, and that pitch is another called strike on the outside corner. Count even now at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, went behind 2-0 there. Did Rutherford. He doesn't want to give a free base runner into Clement.
The 2-2 is low and outside for ball 3. Full count on Hudson Clement, and as we know, if he walks, he's probably taking second. He has stolen every attempted stolen base this season.
He's at 45.
And that one hit on the ground hard toward Hartman. Hartman will have to make a tough throw, and he gets the speedy Clement at first. A great stretch down there by Myers to get out number 1.
Hartman has a really strong arm, and he knew that Clement was he knew how fast Clement was. He came up with that ground ball and threw a rocket across there, which was going to take to get him out.
So I'll bring Landon Sifford to the plate. Sifford hitting .283 this season with 21 RBIs. And the first pitch to Sifford is a called strike 1.
Cohen does a nice job of finding the corners there. I mean, that pitch is right on the outside corner and down low. Tough pitch to hit if you don't go with it. If you try to pull it, you just roll it over.
Next pitch is outside and low for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike on Landon Sifford, the Dogs' left fielder. The 1-1 popped up, and that will head out of play behind the press box.
Sifford wears those classic stirrups. 3-stripe, orange and black with the black stirrup with those white pants. He's old school.
1 ball, 2 strikes. That one hit off the end of the bat, will go foul. You don't see that look too often anymore, and typically, if you do see it, it comes from outfielders.
There you go, John, with the nice shot of those stirrups.
Yeah, him and Coach Zeke have matching stirrups.
The 1-2 to Sifford is low for ball 2.
Yeah, it drops out of the mitt there.
Most of your guys now, they wear the long pants all the way down to the cleat, covering the back of the cleat, but not Sifford or Coach Zeke. They got the stirrup look.
The 2-2 have one away, and Sifford fouls that one off again. So battling here is Landon Sifford. Rutherford able to get the ground out to Hudson Clement to begin the inning. Now works with one away and a 2-2 count. The 2-2 from Sifford, or to Sifford, is outside for ball 3, another full count.
Yeah.
And it seems like, Coach Byler really talked about the approach at the plate, and early on, Martinsburg seems to have a better approach.
Mm-hmm. Yep, seeing a lot of pitches.
The 3-2 hit well, but that should hold here in left center field, and running over and making the play on the run is Kyle Lohr. Looked like he got toward the end of the warning track for out number 2.
Talking about making him work 13 pitches to 2 outs, obviously. It's going to help a lot when it comes to seeing pitches, seeing what he's going to do different than he did last week.
Now bring Isaiah Morris to the plate. Morris hitting .320, 26 RBIs on the year. Had that home run against Spring Mills in Game 1 of the sectional tournament for Martinsburg. And he takes the first pitch below the knees for ball 1.
As far as the moment being too big for him, for the sophomore, you don't see that at all right now. He looks like he's totally in control of his emotions.
The 1-0 popped up in the infield. Trying to make the play over there at third is Stevens, and Dylan Stevens secures it for out number 3. So we'll head to the second inning. 1-2-3 go the Bulldogs. Musselman coming back to the plate. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg has a brand new list of daily specials. Monday, stop on in for burger night or enjoy a nice juicy steak every Tuesday and Wednesday. The Palace Lounge also offers freshly steamed shrimp Thursdays and chef specials every Friday and Saturday. Sunday is all-day breakfast and there are drink specials daily too. So come enjoy the Palace Lounge. You can find them on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard.
This is Matt Miller, along with my wife, Dale.
As homeowners, we've been through the mortgage process several times, and each time we went to Mark and Cheryl Savitt at the Mortgage Center.
They treat you like family with personal one-on-one service, walking with you through the process from application to settlement.
Plus, low interest rates and closing costs.
The Mortgage Center is on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Phone 304-267-9040.
Or online at mortgagefinancing.com. NMLS number 237527, equal housing lender.
We welcome you back to P.O. Faulkner Park in Martinsburg, West Virginia. Musselman coming to the plate will be the 4-5-6 hitters. Stevens, Miller, Boyles due up for the Musselman Appleman. Joe Paulson on the mound tonight for Martinsburg. And Stevens digs in to begin this second inning. Top of the second, no score between Martinsburg and Musselman. And Paulson's first pitch to Stevens is inside for ball 1.
Rutherford finished out the inning with 16 pitches. And the first inning for Paulson was 8 pitches. So pitch count game was won by Martinsburg that inning.
Washington is now 3 outs away from advancing back to take on Jefferson tomorrow in the sectional championship. End of the 6th inning, 5-0.
That pitch from Paulson high and inside for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes on Dylan Stevens. And the pitch again inside for ball 3. So either Paulson's missing his spot or they really don't want Stevens to get around on anything. And you look at the numbers for Dylan Stevens this season. One of the better hitters in the lineup. Obviously the 4-hole guy for a reason in that cleanup spot. And he takes that one for ball 4, so it's a 4-pitch walk to Stevens to begin this second inning.
Yeah, not typical of Joe. He generally has pretty good control of his that fastball.
298 hitter is Stevens on the year.
You don't think that was an unintentional intentional?
No way.
No way.
Not right now. No, they would have went after him. He just didn't get the. Just didn't find it.
Miller coming to the plate now, back in the lineup for Musselman. And he is a big part of this lineup. 366 on the season, 21 RBIs. And good to see him back out there as Stevens takes his lead and Paulson hits the zone for the first time this inning. So now 1 ball, 1 strike count on Miller.
Had Lupus up near the cutout there. You get Buber and Clement in double play depth.
As the 1-1 is fouled away, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Edwards holding over there, so there's a pretty good gap there between the first and second base, as well as an area that you can push it through the 6th hole out there should he push one through the infield.
The pitch from Paulson, great block by Asanovich behind the plate, and it will be a ball.
Really good job by Asanovich. He really had to get out there. It was over in the other batter's box. It was missed really bad. So, not typical what we've seen Paulson in the first inning. He needs to settle down, find that release point.
2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch from Paulson is low and outside for ball 3. So a full count on Miller after Stevens walked to start the inning. Stevens standing down there at first base. Musselman looking to rally here in this top of the second. That one hit on the ground towards second. Buber's going to try to turn 2, but he lost the baseball, and it heads into right field. Musselman now has runners on first and second with no outs, and Boyle's coming to the plate.
Yeah, Buber just trying to do too much there, thinking he was going to be able to get the double play, and it was going to be really close if he was going to attempt to.
Yeah, there was no shot of double play there. He was going to, he looked like he was going to try to get the lead runner, but I'm not sure that was even possible. So he should have just took the ball and took the out. It was just a good piece of hitting behind the runner there, and yeah, he just tried to do too much, and now he's got the error in the book to show for it.
That one a called strike at the knees on Boyles, the freshman, who's been a huge part of this team. 20 RBIs on the year, a .303 hitter. Down here in the 6th hole tonight and playing left field. And he takes a big swing and a miss on that pitch for strike number 2. So Joe works ahead. Joe Paulson working ahead on an 0-2 count now.
Yeah, good teams will take advantage of 2 free bases, see what Musselman can do here. You see what Jefferson did with those free bases last night, turned them into runs. He only had 6 hits, but all those free bases were runs.
The 0-2. Boyles holds back the swing, and the pitch misses outside and low for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runners on first and second for Musselman. Top of the second inning. No score between Musselman and Martinsburg at P.O. Faulkner Park. The pitch, a swing and a miss for strike 3 on a nasty breaking ball from Joe Paulson for the first out of the inning.
That's going to give him a little bit of confidence there, being able to find the strike zone a lot more in this past at-bat than the prior 2. And he's got 1 out now. Still has a double play in order if he needs one. Help him out there.
Wyatt Levy will come to the plate.
Couldn't tell if it was a curveball or if it was just a changeup there. Like he may have found his control of that changeup.
Gets Levy out in front of that one for strike number 1.
Like Joe's finding a little bit of a groove here. Like I said, Musselman, given those 2 free bases, needs to take advantage of it if they want to stay alive in this tournament.
The 0-1 is low for ball 1.
I heard Coach Hartman in the pregame say we leave too many base runners on. And especially when a team gives you free bases, you don't want to leave those base runners on.
It's been a weird sectional for Musselman as this one hit toward Lupus. It'll be a tough play. Good scoop by Edwards, but not in time. I think his foot might have been off the base as well, as Levy will reach. And the bases are now loaded for Musselman with just 1 out in the inning. And Jackson Shockey, a dangerous hitter in terms of power. His average isn't the best at .228, but he does have 11 RBIs for this team.
Yeah, that ball was just Baltimore chopped down the third base line. Lupus had a do-or-die play there, and he cut it loose. One hopped, and Edwards did the smart thing by just swallowing it up, not letting it get back, because if it gets by him, that would be 2 runs. So, Lupus took a shot at it, but Edwards did a great job saving a bad throw there. So you got a courtesy runner with Brandon Berry in for the catcher.
Yeah, and Shockey last night, he scored the winning run there on the walk-off from Hartman's single.
Shockey takes a swing at that first pitch and misses for strike one. So the bases are loaded for Musselman. Just one out in the inning. No score.
Corners are up, middle's back. Double play definitely in order here, but Shockey's more of a lift guy. Good spot to be in this position.
Great pitch there from Joe Paulson to get ahead now. No balls and 2 strikes on Shockey. Strikeout would be huge here for the Bulldogs. 0-2 count. Bases are loaded for Musselman. An early opportunity here in the top of the second inning to get on the board first. And the 0-2 is popped up, heading foul and out of play down the right field line.
Nick, I got a score update. Game just went final. Washington defeats Hampshire 5-0. They will go tomorrow to play at Jefferson, believe a 1 p.m. first pitch for the sectional championship. They're over in Section 2.
Huge at bat here. Like I say, Shockey's a lift guy. He can put the ball in the gap, generally keeps the ball in the outfield, and has an opportunity here to give his team a 2-run cushion.
The 0-2 is a swing and a miss for strike 3. Paulson gets a big strikeout to now put 2 down in the inning. The bases are loaded still for Musselman, and Trenton Wolf coming to the plate, the number 9 hitter in the lineup.
Yeah, and you you think as a pitcher, sometimes, especially a high school pitcher, that you get the bases loaded, stuff behind you, not, doing what it needs to do all the time, stuff just not going the way that you think it is, and sometimes it gets into your head, but it doesn't look like it's gotten into Paulson's head.
Wolf will take the first pitch, a called strike at the knees on the outside part of the plate.
You generally don't get in Joe's head too much. He has some of the best mound presence you'll see in a high schooler, so doing a great job here of fighting back after having a few things not go his way.
Paulson gets another called strike. And we know he's a smart guy because he's going to Marshall University.
Yeah, so. He's extremely smart guy.
Computer science, I believe.
316 hitters, 16 RBIs for Trenton Wolf on the season. This is a huge at-bat for the Applemen, and Paulson gets the strikeout. His third of the ball game, his third of the inning, and the bases remain loaded for Musselman. We'll head to the bottom of the second inning. No score between Martinsburg and Musselman. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Hi, this is Rob Mario. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call 304-262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
Most insurance companies see you as a claim number. Most law firms see you as a case file. When their top priority is their bottom line, you only get a fraction of the attention that you deserve. At the law firm of Burke, Schultz, Harmon & Jenkinson, it's personal. We listen to our clients to see the whole picture, because every part of you is important. For a team built on relationships and results, call Burke, Schultz, Harmon & Jenkinson at 304-LAWYERS. Or visit us at burkeandschultz.com.
We welcome you back to P.O. Faulkner Park. Edwards, Buber, Canby due up for the Bulldogs. No score between Martinsburg and Musselman. Clouds starting to come in, or at least darker clouds starting to come in on the horizon.
Huge
play
at
P.O. Faulkner Park.
Huge play last inning was when Edwards swallowed up Lupus's do-or-die throw that skipped. If that ball gets away from him, definitely Miller scores, and the runner on third base, it's a 2-0 ball game easily. So just huge play there for him to just kind of belly that up and keep it on the infield.
Yeah, Joe Paulson faced the bases loaded, was able to get 3 strikeouts, 2 in a row to end the inning.
Struck out 3 that inning, and just 2 huge ones right there at the end.
Caleb Edwards at the plate after making that big defensive play, a 362 hitter, and he'll take that pitch high for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes on Edwards, leading off this bottom of the second inning. No score between Martinsburg and Musselman. And the 2-0 pitch to Edwards is outside. 3-0 pitch, so it's ball 4, and Edwards reaches base safely on the walk.
Lead-off walk.
And we saw that from Musselman with Stevens to begin the last half inning, and it didn't result in the run.
Got 2 hot dogs from Joe Paulson's dad. This matches those 2 strikeouts he had.
Buber with a great bunt down the first base line. The throw from Rutherford gets away. Edwards sprinting as best he can down to third base with the hamstring injury he had earlier this season. And Martinsburg now has runners at the corners, nobody out. And a very dangerous hitter in the 6-hole, and Jordan Canby coming to the plate.
Nice. Beautiful play right there. Whenever you lay the bunt down, you always good things happen. You move the runner over, anything after that's a plus. So not only did he move him to second, moved him all the way to third. Rutherford came in, kind of fell, sit on his butt there, threw it, and just over the outstretched arms of Myers.
Canby slaps this one into right field. That will get down to score Edwards easily from third. Buber sprinting from second to third base, and it's runners at the corners, no outs, and Martinsburg taking an early 1-0 lead with the Jordan Canby RBI single into right field.
We'll talk about Jordan Canby's RBI single, but before that, Carson Buber, I guess they're going to rule it an error. It was an error. I thought he beat it out. That would have been his first hit here in a long while. But his speed obviously demonstrated there.
Good job there by Canby, just going with the pitch there, trying to just find some green there, not to do too much, and did a great job.
Canby
off and
takes
running.
off. Lupus pops this one up into foul territory over toward the Musselman dugout, and hits off the top of the dugout and out of play.
You have to like to watch Jordan run. He just runs extremely well.
Michael Lupus at the plate, 263 on the season, 15 RBIs for the Bulldogs third baseman. And the pitch, Lupus lifts this one out toward right field. Miller is underneath for out number 1. But that will be deep enough to score Carson Buber from third base, so Martinsburg extends the lead to 2-0.
Big lead here for them, and I mean, if you can get the early lead and Joe Paulson can pitch like he finished out that last inning, could be a good night.
Yeah, great piece of hitting there by Lupus, getting the ball in the air, and you get it deep enough just to sacrifice him in here. Look for Canby to maybe take off here, get himself in scoring position.
Jordan Canby on first base, Jake Zittel at the plate. Zittel hitting 156 with 16 RBIs this season. His bat, though, has heated up as of late. And a throw inside, that gets away. Canby now can take second on the wild pitch. So a runner in scoring position for Zittel, and a speedy one at that in Jordan Canby. So Canby stands on second base, 1 out in the inning. And Zittel working on a 2-ball, no-strike count. The pitch to Zittel, a swing and a miss. Foul tipped, so the throw down to third will not matter, because that was foul tipped by Jake Zittel. Canby would have been, though, out. Obviously a foul ball. So
they caught a foul ball there as he swung third, ball hit the catcher's glove, dropped out. Jeff King had foul ball all the way. Canby took off and was thrown out, but it's erased with the foul ball call.
The 2-1 is fouled away again by Zittel. This one back into the net.
Rain has started here at P.O. Faulkner Park. Could be in for a doozy. Look, on the left side over here, third left field line looks great over the right field line. And
big rainbow out there.
And big, yeah. Now I couldn't see it before, but now I see it.
Pitch to Zittel. This one gets away. Now Canby stands at third base with just 1 out. So if Zittel can just lift one deep enough like Lupus did, the Dogs could extend the lead to 3-0 on a sacrifice. Rain starting to pick up. Wonder how wet that baseball is for Rutherford. And the pitch. Misses outside for ball 4 on a full count pitch, so Jake Zittel reaches first base on the walk. Second walk of the inning. And Matt Asanovich will come to the plate. Asanovich with Now a 250 average on the season. He's another guy that's heated up. They've put him in this 9-hole position, 23 RBIs.
Not sure how much speed Zittle has over there for the first and third steal, but maybe you do a delayed steal or something to try to get Canby home. I mean, if you throw down there to try to get him, you're definitely trading an out for a run because Canby's going to score.
Sanovich lays down a bunt. Perfect bunt down the first base line. That will score Jordan Canby, and the sacrifice works to perfection for Martinsburg. The Dogs now take a 3-0 lead over Musselman. Zittle will advance to second, and with 2 outs, Hudson Clement coming to the plate.
Yeah, bringing the order back to the top here. Clement, who just barely couldn't leg out an infield single last time up. Seems like this lineup's starting to roll.
Beautifully executed safety squeeze there. Push it down the first base line. Jordan sees the ball hit the ground, and he's off and running.
3-0 lead for Martinsburg. Hudson Clement at the plate. He'll take that first pitch as he gets away from where Rutherford wanted it and misses outside for ball 1. Zittle on second base, 2 outs. The pitch to Clement is pretty much in the same spot, again outside and low for ball 2. So 2-0 count on Hudson Clement. 3-0 lead for Martinsburg. Bottom of the second inning. All 3 runs coming across in this inning. And the pitch to Clement is low for ball 3.
Yeah, obviously a lot of pitches now. 35th pitch there, I believe, on that one.
Musselman doesn't have a ton in the bullpen to go to. The pitch to Clement is low for ball 4. So Clement on first, Zittle on second, and Landon Sifford coming to the plate. Sifford flew out his first time into left center field on a well-hit ball.
Yes, Sifford this season hitting .283 with a .398 on-base percentage and .823 on-base plus slugging.
First pitch is a called strike of the letters on Landon Sifford. So Zittle down there at second base. Clement over at first. 3-0 Martinsburg. Bottom of the second inning. The pitch to Sifford is popped up and out of play.
Yeah.
So no 2 count.
Rutherford needs to. Rutherford doesn't seem. I mean, certainly, I'm sure. It's certainly bothering, but again, as a sophomore, his mound presence in this huge game is just unbelievable.
Rutherford steps off and looks back the runners. Landon Sifford at the plate. 2 outs in the inning. Jake Zittle takes his lead off of second. Clement leading off of first, and the throw hits Sifford, so the bases are loaded for Martinsburg. And Isaiah Morris coming to the plate.
And Isaiah Morris, as we saw the other night, he can do damage. He pulled a home run down right field.
Ball ran in on Rutherford, and it caught. We're going to get a pitcher's. We're going to have a meeting at the mound here.
At the mound visit, as that will lead to a conversation. Rutherford has given up 3 this inning. We'll kind of recap what happened so far in the inning. Caleb Edwards walked to begin things, and you never want to give up that leadoff walk. A sacrifice attempt turns into an error as Carson Buber laid down a great bunt to get runners then at the time at the corner. Jordan Canby then smacks one into right field for the RBI single. Lupus follows that with a sacrifice RBI to score Buber. Zittle walks. Asanovich sacks in a run to score Canby from third after he was advanced on the wild pitch. And then a walk here from Hudson Clement and a hit by pitch to Landon Sifford has loaded the bases for Martinsburg with a guy that is swinging a great bat right now, and Isaiah Morris. He popped out into foul territory his first time up, down to third. But with the bases loaded, the lefty steps in and awaits the first pitch that misses outside for a 1-ball, no strike count. Bases are loaded for the Dogs. Zittle down at third, Clement on second, Sifford on first. 3-0 lead for Martinsburg, bottom of the second. Morris hits this one hard towards second base. A great job, though, by Trenton Wolf to keep that in the infield. Fire to first for the out, but not before Martinsburg strikes for 3 in the bottom of the second. We'll head to the third. Martinsburg 3, Musselman nothing. This West Virginia High School baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We're back in 60 seconds.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Life can get in the way these days. We all know that. Work commitments, social commitments, volunteer commitments, family commitments. You put your heart into all of it. You've got enough to worry about already. Your roof shouldn't be one of those things. Everything should just work. But when your roof is in need of an upgrade, you shouldn't have to worry about that either. Modern Renovations, your 4-state roofing solution. Reminding you that home is where the heart really is.
We welcome you back to the Region 2 Section 1 championship game between Martinsburg and Musselman. Nick Verzolini, happy to have you with us. Alongside me is Trip Tobin and Spencer Dupuis. Our cameramen tonight, John Alderton, Colin McLaughlin, and back in the studio is Avery Newport. 3-0 Martinsburg as we head to the third inning. Musselman coming to the plate. 2 up for the Applemen. It's the top of the order, and Kyle Lohr, Hartman, and Myers. In the first pitch to Lohr is a called strike on the outside corner.
Musselman needs Bailey to answer here, not letting Martinsburg, keep that momentum. And Paulson.
Lohr rips this one into foul territory down the right field line and uncatchable.
Paulson looking to continue that strikeout streak he's got there to keep Musselman from finding any rhythm.
Paulson was able to get back-to-back strikeouts to keep the bases loaded and leave 3 on base for the Applemen to end that last inning, the second inning. And that one misses outside for a ball on an 0-2 count. Now 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Just a great job last inning from Martinsburg with that situational hitting with that sac fly, and then the 2 bunch, the small ball that created the runs there and turned that lineup over for them.
The 1-2 bounced off. Lohr believes it hit him first and not off the turf. Home plate umpire is.
I don't think it did, but it did bounce off
assistance.
It did bounce off the face mask of the umpire. Colin got a great shot of that down there along the left field line.
And they're going to rule that it was just a ball and not a hit by a pitch.
Yeah, that was a good ruling because I was watching that camera intently and did not see it hit him first. It did come back and deflect off of him.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Top of the third inning. Martinsburg on top 3-0. The pitch from Paulson is hit hard into left field as Lohr goes opposite way, but Landon Sifford is camped under that one for out number 1.
Had to finish up my Paulson hot dog. Lohr didn't like that call very well. As he rounded first, I must have said something. Umpire Buckhoffmaster pointed him to the dugout, so.
Hartman coming to the plate. He'll take the first pitch high for a called ball. Hartman had the infield single with 1 out in the first inning, and then he was caught stealing down there at second. The 1-0 to Hartman is a breaking ball that gets in there for a strike. Myers in the on-deck circle for the Applemen. He had the home run in the first game of the sectional tournament that these 2 teams played. And that one smacked into left field. Hartman has a base hit. His second of the evening. And with 1 away, Myers will come to the plate with a runner on.
You can't say enough about Hartman for what he does for this team. I mean, he catches, plays shortstop, and he pitched. He didn't quite have the outing that we've seen him have in the past, but he is certainly one of the biggest keys in the cogs of this offensive, a team that puts up a lot of runs.
Hartman takes his lead off first, and the pitch is a big swing and a miss from Myers on a pitch away and low.
Yeah, you got to wonder what he's looking for there. You know, on his approach, his 0-0 approach, should be looking for his pitch there, and just to be fooled like that, he really needs to discipline that 0-0 swing.
The 0-1 pitch that was in a pretty good place, but a called ball for 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, it looked like Asanovich just tried to frame it a little too much, pulled it back a little too much. May have been the reason he didn't get the call.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. That one blocked by Asanovich. Hartman going to take off towards second. The throw down is not in time. If Asanovich keeps that in front, Hartman staying in place. But since it kind of got away after it hit off of his chest protector, he still had a chance to throw him out. Really an impressive throw. But Hartman takes second.
Yeah, he gets a lot of action out of that slender frame. Got a lot of whip in that arm, and showed it there in the first inning when he threw Hartman out. So not many catchers have done that this year.
Runner in scoring position for Musselman and Myers here at the plate. In a favorable count, 3 balls, 1 strike.
45th pitch upcoming from Joe Paulson here. Top third, 1 out.
You know what Myers can do to that 3-0 lead with a man on second.
Myers sends this one into center field. Canby on his horse running back and making the play. Hartman will advance to third on the sacrifice and fly out as he tags up from second. So runner on third, but now 2 away for Musselman. And Stevens coming to the plate.
I don't know if you guys noticed this. Watching from Collins' camera view there, when he went back, he stopped on the warning track. He almost slid.
Mm-hmm.
So he almost had Hartman of the ability to come home there if he had slid.
Yeah. Myers hit that to the deepest part of the park there, I believe. Mm-hmm.
Stevens coming to the plate. He walked his first time in the inning earlier, and they're going to check to see if Hartman did tag correctly, and he was ruled safe.
The umpire crews Jeff King behind the plate, Buck Hoffmaster on first, C.L. Baker on second, and Neil Riemenschneider on third. The appeal down there to CEO was still safe.
A swing and a miss from Dylan Stevens. Now an 0-1 count on him.
It'd be big here if Musselman could get this at least one of these runs back, show that they got some fight in them, and that they can answer Martinsburg.
3-0 lead for Martinsburg, top of the third inning, and that one hit hard by Stevens. That will get down for a base hit, and the Applemen do get a run back. It's now 3-1 on the Dylan Stevens single.
Big answer there. They may not get all 3 back here, but they certainly want to keep the game tight, show they can hit, show they got fight in them. You don't want Martinsburg to get too loose, get to having too much fun running the bases.
That'll bring Miller to the plate. He reached on error his first time and takes a swing and a miss on the first pitch. Falls behind, no balls and 1 strike.
Wrist didn't look like it was hurt on that swing, did it?
No, that was a healthy swing by Miller.
Yeah, he wanted to take that one yard.
The 0-1 is low for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
So good to see this young man back in the lineup. He is a really tough kid who just plays with a tremendous amount of guts.
1-1 count. Miller pokes that one into right field, but it heads out of play.
He ain't a bad trout fisherman either. He likes to fish. And
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 3-1 our score now. Martinsburg on top, and a bad swing and a miss on a pitch high and outside for strike 3. Sends down Miller. Paulson picks up his 4th strikeout. And we will head to the bottom of the third. Martinsburg 3, Musselman 1. The Appleman Strand 1 as well. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Heffley Motor Company, just off I-81 at 993 Hedgesville Road, is a family-owned and operated business providing the Eastern Panhandle with the highest quality pre-owned vehicles and customer service since 1997. Heffley is a pre-owned Carfax Advantage dealer. We're proud to be your partner, serving the community. You're local, we're local, so why not buy local? Call us at 304-267-7172 or see us at 993 Hedgesville Road. And if you want to sell your car, we buy cars too. Check us out at Heffley.com. Heffley Motor Company, a nice place to do business.
Are you considering selling your home and don't know where to start? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Phone Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams at 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
We welcome you back to P.O. Faulkner Park, Martinsburg 3, Musselman 1. Nick Verzolini, Trip Tobin, Spencer Dupuis, happy to have you with us. And Trip, the Bulldogs Appleman able to get one in that last half inning, and Cohen Rutherford now still on the mound after giving up 3 last inning, but getting that run back maybe gives him a little bit more confidence to begin this third, as Edwards, who led off the last inning with a walk, will come to the plate.
Yeah, it certainly says they're not going to go away. We knew they weren't. And I think, Coach Bowler and the Martinsburg coaching staff knew they weren't going to go away. So that's why he's, bunting and running and doing everything he can to scratch out every run, because he knows that Musselman's just not going to go away and not going to not score runs. So, that's probably going to be their approach to push runners and try to get, runners that get on base. They're going to try to get them around and score them. That's just kind of their MO.
Edwards has a 1-1 count. He hits this one on the ground. Tough play for Wolf, and he fires to first in time for out number 1. It hit off of that turf mound, took kind of a weird bounce, then deflected a little bit off of Wolf's glove, but he was still able to get to it and get Edwards at first base. Yeah. And now Carson Buber coming to the plate.
We know Edwards isn't feeling the best there on that, still dealing with that hamstring, so he wasn't getting down the line really quick. So great play there by Wolf to knock that down, get up the middle, and make that play.
Rutherford's pitch to Buber is high and inside for ball 1. Buber reached on an error on what was already a sacrifice bunt, and a great bunt down the first baseline, but a throw that went over the head of Myers down there at first and into right field really started that Dogs rally even after the Edwards walk in the last inning.
Yeah, that was pretty. That was huge when that ball got away.
The 1-1 is lifted into center field. Running after it is Kyle Lohr to make the play for out number 2. So this could be a good inning for Rutherford on the mound to go quickly through the Bulldog lineup, which has been a struggle early on.
Yeah. Yeah, certainly, Martinsburg would like to have had, every inning to be a long inning, but, after Musselman put a run up, you'd like to, if you're a Bull, the Bulldogs would like to answer that. So, you don't want to go flat, put, a couple zeros on the board there in the middle of the innings and give, and let Musselman hang around. And so, look for Canby needs to try to extend this inning as long as possible for the Bulldogs.
Canby takes the first pitch for a ball on the inside. And that one a called strike at the knees. So 1 ball, 1 strike on Jordan Canby. He had the RBI single to get the scoring started for Martinsburg in the last inning. And now Canby will foul this pitch away. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 3-1 lead for Martinsburg.
Should Rutherford get this out and get out of here, Musselman can get back in there, and score another run or two. This game has just changed the whole complexion of this game that was just a half inning ago.
Bottom 3rd inning, and that pitch is a bouncer that misses for a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs in the inning. Jordan Canby, standing in that right-handed batter's box, awaits the 2-2 and hits it right in between the 5-6 hole into left field for a base hit. Canby continuing to swing a great bat for the Bulldogs.
Yes, he has. Canby now 2 for 2 on the day. And his batting average there over 380, nearly probably 385 at this point.
He puts tremendous speed on the bases. I mean, tremendous speed.
That'll bring Michael Lupus to the plate. He had a sacrifice RBI his first time up. And now hitting with Camby on first base. This is 6, 7, 8. And really 9 and Matthew Asanovich as Camby takes off. He'll go down to the throw from Levy was in time, but off the base down there looked to be Hartman. So Camby probably is out, but on the throw at least, but the tag was not going to get him. So Jordan Camby's in there with a stolen base, and all of a sudden Martinsburg has a runner in scoring position with 2 away, and that pitch misses low for a ball.
And that's a great job by Camby with 2 outs, not to give up on the inning, and not try to do too much. Try to double, triple home run there and just try to take what they give him, line drive out into the left field and then steal a base. And now next thing you know, here we are.
Oh, that throw back gets away from Rutherford. And just a sloppy play and a great read, too, by Jordan Camby because he knew that ball was too far for Rutherford to get to it on the mound. And he just took off for third, so runner on third with 2 outs. The 1-1 pitch to Lupus is popped up and will head out of play.
90 feet away from scoring now.
And again, that's what they do. They get runners on and get them around. I mean, a lot of your Martinsburg runners start off on first base, and before you know it, they're in scoring position. So
the 2-ball, 2-strike count is a swing and a miss. Drop third strike. The throw down is in time for out number 3, so Camby is stranded on the base pass. Martinsburg can't get a run in, and will head to the top of the 4th with Martinsburg leading 3-1 over Musselman. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
Laura. Hey, Laura. What's with the sunglasses? Ouch.
The word is spreading. Bechtel Jewelers is home to some dangerously brilliant diamonds.
See the difference at Bechtel Jewelers in Inwood. Sunglasses not included.
Hi, this is Rob Mario. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call 304-262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
3, Musselman 1 here at P.O. Faulkner Park. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Spencer Dupuis and Trip Tobin. Our cameramen tonight are John Alderton and Colin McLaughlin, and back in the studios, Avery Newport. 3-1 Martinsburg on top of the 4th inning. And Musselman coming to the plate. It is Boyles at the plate here, and he'll take the first pitch for a called strike.
Levy and Shockey.
Levy and Shockey to follow. Boyle struck out his first time up. And the pitch from Paulson is fouled away for strike 2.
And we've seen Boyles, a few times this year here and a few times here in the last week or so, and then he doesn't strike out much. So, for Paulson to get him, he's been one of the hottest bats on that team. And for Paulson to get him, especially in that situation, was huge.
Yep. Bases were not quite loaded, but they had 2 on for Musselman at that point before Boyle struck out in the second. Levy gets the single, and then Shockey strikes out, and Wolf strikes out. 1-ball, 2-strike count. The pitch to Boyles is fouled away.
Just had a phenomenal year as a freshman. Can't believe we're talking about 3 more years of seeing this young man here in a varsity uniform. He just seems like he's already a sophomore or junior, at least a sophomore, possibly a junior, the way he plays.
That would hit on the ground toward Clement, and that is off the chest of Clement. And with the error, Boyles will reach first.
Clement didn't have much chance there. It came up, and he was down, and it came completely up and got him in the numbers.
And it took a weird bounce there at that last second.
They call timeout, and not sure what's going on here. Looks like maybe there could be a cross-up between Hasanovich and Paulson, but either that or Paulson shaking. I'm not sure, but Coach Kurt Zarnecki is going to go out, and they're certainly going to get their pitch selection straightened out here. But back to that play. I mean, Boyles puts it in play, and it's just a Haskell Winfield hop where it was just unplayable.
So Levy will come to the plate. He singled back in the second inning. And Musselman has a runner on first base to lead off this inning.
You have to wonder if Musselman will start some of the small ball, considering that Hasanovich has kind of shut their running game down a little bit by throwing out their fastest,
And there's the bunt from Levy. Throw from Paulson is in time for out number 1, but advancing to second is Boyles. So a runner on second for the Appleman, and Jackson Shockey coming to the plate.
I think that's what you have to do there. I mean, I think you have to, pick away and stay close here. You got down 3-0. You need to cut that, deficit down any way possible. Take a page out of Martinsburg's book and move runners around and get them 60, 90 feet closer, or 90, 180 feet closer to home plate.
Shockey struck out swinging his first time with the bases loaded. Trenton Wolf in the on-deck circle. Runner on second base for Musselman. 1 out in the inning. A 3-1 lead for Martinsburg here at P.O. Faulkner Park. In the top of the 4th inning, the pitch to Shockey, a check swing, and a called strike as he did go around. So 1 ball, 1 strike.
Shockey in a good spot here. Not a double play issue. Just needs to try to get the ball there to the outfield.
The 1-1 to Shockey. Taken below the knees for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Jackson Shockey wearing number 31 for the Appleman, the big DH, as a runner on second base. 2-run lead for Martinsburg, and that pitch misses outside. Good eye from Shockey. Work the count now to 3 balls and 1 strike.
Jackson Shockey, grandson of Bill Newbraw, out of Newbraw's Lumber Company for years here in town. Bill's in attendance.
3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner on second base. The pitch to Shockey, a swing and a miss for strike 2. Took a big cut at that one on a pitch on the inside part of the plate. So a full count on Jackson Shockey. 1 out in the inning. Standing on second is Boyles. Paulson checks him and now delivers the pitch and misses outside for ball 4. So Shockey with a little bit of extra
hopping down
to first.
Yeah,
fired up,
putting a little life in the crowd. He was getting a little banner from the Martinsburg side. He turned, looked back a couple times with a couple of those pitches that were close, that weren't called strikes, and he hopped his way down there.
So with 1 out.
Big opportunity here for the Appleman. 2 runners on here, 2-run ball game.
Hartman said in the pregame, and I'll continue to harp on it, they cannot leave runners on and expect to win, at Martinsburg. Martinsburg does a great job of getting them around and getting them in. They have to, they have to mimic that and get their runners around. And
well, a good guy at the plate to do so. Trenton Wolf hitting over 300 on the year. He sends this one into right field. Will be a tough play for Buber. It hits off of his glove. Rounding third is Boyles. And the third of the plate not in time. Musselman has cut the lead down to 1 at 3-2. Martinsburg still leading, but the Applemen get the RBI single from Trenton Wolf.
That's twice now that the ball has got to the first base side of Buber, and he's had to retreat all the way back to that outfield grass edge, and both times it's come up on him. And one time he was trying to do a little too much with a double play that time. It just rolled up on him, very similar to Hudson Clement play earlier. So a couple free bases here, and Musselman capitalizing and see if they can continue.
Kyle Lohr coming to the plate, back to the top of the order, and Lohr takes the first pitch low and inside for ball one. Paulson on the mound for the Bulldogs. 3-2 lead for Martinsburg, but Musselman threatening here with runners on first and second in this top of the fourth inning. With just one out, the pitch to Lohr. Hit off of the bat and then off of him, and he'll hobble off of his knee there.
How did Boyles get on to start?
It was on the air.
Air, that's right, yeah, the Clement error. So, yeah, we're looking at, lots of free bases this inning. I don't think there's been a hit. Some walks, a couple errors, sacrifice bunt. So
I wasn't sure how to rule that Wolf one just now, but
but we
it
are
is an error.
Okay,
certainly
Error by Boober, according to the scorebook. And just getting video here from Colin. DJ Triggs is up in the Martinsburg bullpen. I actually had texted him and said, be wary, I think he's going to get up here soon, and there he is.
Well, Triggs pitched well enough to be our WV Medicine Player of the Game last time these two teams met, and he pitched.
In relief.
Yeah. Lohr crushes this one down the line, but it's going to go out of play.
Yeah, I had actually talked to Coach Byler, and we were talking about Triggs, how well he pitched in that last game against Musselman when he came in, and he said, well, if Paulson gets into some trouble and it's a little bit longer than just one inning left in the game, I'm going to think about it.
Paulson's pushing 70 pitches now here in the top of the fourth. Lohr jumped on that pitch. Lohr has home run power.
The 1-2 to Lohr is low for ball two.
Lohr can definitely clear that 305 area out there and give Musselman a couple run leads should Paulson lay one over the middle there for him. But Paulson, we've seen him the last time he got in this kind of trouble with back-to-back strikeouts. He's going to need something to that effect again here to get out of this jam.
Shockey on second, Wolf on first, and a swing and a miss for strike three on a pitch in the turf. Kyle Lohr goes down swinging. That's a big out, number two.
Huge out by Paulson there. Again, second time now he's got himself in a bind, and not necessarily himself, the walk, but then a couple errors behind him. But just a great pitch there at Lohr's, inside, low.
5 strikeouts now for Joe Paulson in the ball game. Runners on first and second, and a breaking ball misses inside to Hartman, who has 2 hits in this ball game.
Hartman certainly is a great one to have up in this situation, as he is, like I said, he is probably, if not the best average hitter for average on this team.
427 heading into this game, but Hartman will poke this one into center field. Camby makes the play in right center for out number 3. And Musselman will strand 2 runners. Do get another run, though, to make it a 3-2 ball game. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th. Martinsburg 3, Musselman 2. This West Virginia High School baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We're back at 60.
A Honda is more than just a vehicle. It's a gateway to spring adventure. Start your adventures with Honda, the brand owners are calling the most fun to drive. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 0.9% APR on a 2022 Honda Pilot and a 1.9% APR on a 2022 Ridgeline, CR-V, or Passport. New vehicles are arriving daily at a local Honda dealer.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
See dealer for financing details. 2021 ACSI survey of customers rating the performance of their own automobiles.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Mountaineer Grill and Pub offers many daily specials, including Trivia Night Monday, Karaoke Tuesday, Steak Night Wednesday and Sunday, Thursday night Boneless Wing Night, and on Friday and Saturday nights there'll be a DJ and or karaoke. And remember, Monday through Friday, happy hour, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., $2 domestic bottles and $2.50 domestic drafts.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
We welcome you back to P.O. Faulkner Park. Martinsburg 3, Musselman 2. Bulldogs coming back to the plate to begin this bottom of the 4th inning.
Musselman's bottom of the order did a great job there, turning it back over and giving the top a chance to score some runs, but they stranded some more base runners, and as we continue down this, into the 5th, 6th inning for Musselman, those things could bite them if Martinsburg continues to put a run up here and there.
Jake Zittel Matthew Asanovich and Hudson Clement due up for the Bulldogs. Zittel checks his swing, but it's a called strike. Asanovich in the on-deck circle. Zittel, though, he walked his first time up back in the second. He takes that one outside for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike on Zittel. 3-2 lead for Martinsburg. Here in the bottom of the 4th inning, just getting started. The pitch from Rutherford is at the knees for a called strike 2.
Rutherford find ways to get outs. I mean, if he can put a few zeros up here, Musselman has shown that they're gonna battle. So Martinsburg has to continue to put runs on the board. They're not going to be able to settle on that 3, that's for sure.
That one misses outside for a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Jake Zittel leading off the bottom of the 4th inning for Martinsburg. Rutherford kicks and deals and delivers and gets a swing and a miss on a foul tip, actually, into the glove for strike number 3. Just the second strikeout of the night for Rutherford. He had a strikeout to end the 3rd inning on Michael Lupus, and he gets one to begin the 4th here on Jake Zittel. Matthew Asanovich coming to the plate. Asanovich had a sacrifice RBI his last time up. And the pitch to Asanovich is hit hard toward the Musselman dugout and foul.
Yeah, first pitch swinging there.
Asanovich, 23 RBIs, make it now 24 on the season after picking up 1 earlier. And he'll take that pitch low for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Asanovich does a nice job in the 9 spot there, turning this lineup over and gobbling up those RBIs opportunities.
That one misses low for a ball.
And he's shown his ability to catch and throw runners out.
Yeah, really, as the season has gone on, it seems like Matthew Asanovich has gotten better in all phases of the game as he works here to a 3 ball, 1 strike count.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Levy just threw the ball away from the pitcher again, and I'm
nearly threw away before. As
I'm sure Martinsburg's coaching staff over there telling him, you get on base. If Levy doesn't continue to throw from his knees down there, be ready.
Asanovich hits it hard on the ground toward Hartman at short. Hartman comes up, throws, and a great play on the other end by Myers as he leaps up and tags the bag just in time to get Asanovich sprinting down the first base line for out number 2.
Yeah, Hartman let that one loose. Little good thing you got a tall, lanky first baseman over there in Myers because he had to go up and get it.
So Clement will come to the plate, and since allowing those 3 runs, Rutherford has only allowed 1 hit, only 1 base runner since then. The pitch to Clement is a breaking ball that's high for ball 1.
Yeah, and talking about what Tripp just mentioned about what the coaching staff's telling him, you could put Clement on and get him over to 3rd in 2 pitches.
The next pitch is inside for a ball.
You've seen what Camby did when he got on. He's the hit that Nick's referring to, the only hits he's given up since then. But with that hit and then the stole a base and then he read the pitch back, and next thing you know, he was on 3rd.
That one hit on the ground toward Wolf at second base, and Wolf will throw to first in time for out number 3. 1-2-3 goes Martinsburg. We'll head to the 5th. Martinsburg 3, Musselman 2. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
Remember when you were a little kid and saw your first deer?
Oh, how cute.
As an adult, maybe you've had a different experience.
Where'd that come from?
Bambi mess up your dream machine? Call Cody's Auto Body today at 304-901-4777 and get the work done right the first time. Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg, has a team of auto body professionals with a lifetime of experience putting your ride back together again, regardless of how it got that way. Cody's Auto Body.
Finding the right home can be a tough decision, but finding the right lender doesn't have to be. With 32 years of experience, the Mortgage Center knows how to find the right loan for you that requires little or no money down. The Mortgage Center's mobile-friendly website makes the application process quick and stress-free. And as always, you'll want to get pre-approved before you contact any real estate agent or builder. Whether you're purchasing or refinancing, call the Mortgage Center at 304-267-9040 or visit mortgagefinancing.com today.
We welcome you back to P.O. Faulkner Park. Joe Paulson remaining on the mound. DJ Triggs in the bullpen, though, for the Bulldogs to begin this 5th inning. Martinsburg leading Musselman 3-2 here in the sectional championship game, but the Bulldogs hold on to win tonight. They are the Region 2 Section 1 champions and advance to the regionals. If Musselman were to come back and win this ball game, we'll play again tomorrow for the official championship, I guess you could call it, because then there's no other situation where we play again.
At noon, due to Martinsburg's prom tomorrow night.
Cohen Rutherford doing his job there, putting up them zeros after that 3-run second, giving his team a chance. Martinsburg not able to crack the scoreboard since that 3-run inning. Musselman's put up a run here and there, just like he chipped away at it. So here they are within the 3-hole now here, and it's kind of the harder lineup up, an opportunity to try to seize the lead here.
Myers, Stevens, Miller due up, and the pitch there is in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike.
One thing to think about is this is the first time we've seen Joe beyond 50 pitches since his injury.
Yeah, he's at 74 coming up.
We'll see how he fares, in a longer outing here. If he's
how long do they keep him in? Question there.
Mm-hmm.
So far, he's pitched well for the Dogs here tonight. 5 strikeouts for him. And the pitch is in there for a called strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Myers, who leads off the 5th inning with no score, or 3-2 lead for Martinsburg. I don't know where no score came from there, but the pitch is hit on the ground up the middle. That will be a tough play for Hudson Clement. He gets to the baseball, but the throw is in time. An excellent scoop by Caleb Edwards and a tremendous play from Hudson Clement at short to get to a ball that I thought was into the center field easily. I don't know how he made that play.
Unbelievable play. An unbelievable play on the other end by Caleb Edwards to scoop it there. I mean, it was just he was on the other side of second base, picked it up, and just cut it loose on the run. Ball hit the dirt. Edwards dug it out, and bang, bang play. And Buck Hoffmaster, give him the thumbs up there for out number 1.
That is the Division I athlete in Hudson Clement making a play that I don't think too many other high schoolers make. As that one is inside for ball 2, and an excellent play on the other end, too, from Caleb Edwards.
It's twice tonight Edwards has made.
Yes.
That was a run-saving play there in the first.
2-0 count here on Stevens. Stevens has a single and a walk and an RBI in this contest. No runners on, and Stevens will take that one outside for a ball. 3-0 count. It was a good effort by Asanovich to frame it, but it did miss outside. 3 balls, no strikes. Stevens steps back in on the 3-0 and taking all the way, and it's a called strike at the letters. Now a 3-1 count.
3-0 strike zone's a little bit bigger.
Yeah, just a tad.
Seems that way, doesn't it?
I've seen worse called strikes than that one, but that's Stevens helping out Paulson there on a pitch away for strike 2.
Certainly not where Paulson wanted it, but Stevens helped him. Paulson was trying to throw that curveball for a strike, and he carried it a little too long and was down the dirt on the outside, but Stevens took a cut at it. Should have been looking for his pitch there at 3-1, something right down the gut as opposed to that pitch. So, that's Musselman needs to fix that 0-0 approach, looking for their pitch, and that 3-1 approach. That kind of is their Achilles heel at times.
The 3-2 is lifted toward third base. Lupus calls off everybody, makes the play for out number 2. So Stevens flies out to his fellow third baseman. That'll bring Miller to the plate, who reached on error and struck out.
You've had an unbelievable play by Hudson and Edwards there to get the first out. And then you had, Stevens there with the 3-1, took a swing at ball 4. So, things just aren't going Musselman the way it could be. Men on first or second if things were just a slightly different. But, Martinsburg's just holding that edge at the moment because of the small things like that.
First pitch to Miller is a called ball. So 1-0 count on Miller, and that next pitch, a curveball that misses high. And that's kind of very similar to that pitch on Stevens that was called a strike just a moment ago.
Yeah, but it's not 3-0.
2-0 now on Miller. The 2-0 to Miller is a called strike. 2 balls, 1 strike on Miller. It was 0 for 1 in the ball game. Had the error that he reached on in the second, struck out in the third, and time called and rewarded.
Miller
3-2.
Miller crashed into that fence on, Tuesday night?
Tuesday night to start sectional. No, Wednesday night.
Wednesday night?
I want to call him strike 2.
Blood, last time we seen him, he was coming back across the infield. Eye was gashed open, and now here he is a couple nights later. Just shows you how well these guys can rebound.
And a senior, so you know he wants to be out there as he sends this one. Nearly hit Trevor Bohr. Might have got a piece of him down there in the Musselman dugout. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, a 3-2 lead for Martinsburg here in the top of the 5th inning. With Miller at the plate. Joe Paulson on the mound, making his first start for the Bulldogs since coming back from injury. And then he re-aggravated his injury in a start and has pitched well. That one popped fouling out of play. Paulson looking to get out of this inning. As that pitch count climbs, this may be his last inning of work, but it just kind of depends on, I guess, how he's feeling and where that pitch count is.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing, he's getting the job done right now at the moment, so, all is well. And looks like it was about 89 pitches. Get ready to throw his 90th pitch, so he's only got 20 pitches left anyway by rule, so.
Yeah, we'll see.
Regardless.
That pitch misses low, so a full count here on Miller. 366 hitter on the season heading into the ball game. He'll hit this one foul down the third baseline. So Miller trying to get that pitch count up and also trying to maybe extend this inning a little bit for Musselman. And really, this bottom of the order, the 6, 7, 8, 9 guys have done the most damage, even though it's not a ton of damage, on Joe Paulson. So the pitch hit up the middle. This will be another tough play for Clement. He makes it as he fires to first for the out. Joe Paulson's fired up. The Bulldogs are fired up. And we will head to the bottom of the 5th with Martinsburg holding on to a 3-2 lead. This is West Virginia High School baseball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10. Martinsburg coming to the plate. We're back at 60.
A reputation for caring, a legacy of service. At Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, it's been our story since 1880. A family-owned business, we support the needs and wishes of families. We offer traditional services, as well as many options for cremation, customized remembrances, and pre-planning. Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations retains its family atmosphere and stays true to its roots. Contact us for advanced planning, or at your time of loss. We're here when you need us.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Well, we welcome you back to P.O. Faulkner Park. Martinsburg leading Musselman 3-2, bottom of the 5th inning, getting ready to begin. Cohen Rutherford remaining on the mound for the Applemen. And he has done a nice job on the mound so far for Musselman. 2 strikeouts. He's allowed 3 runs, but not all of them earned back in that second inning where Martinsburg rallied And Landon Sifford will lead things off. It'll be the 2, 3, 4 hitters due up for the Bulldogs. Sifford, Morris, Edwards.
I mean, at the end of the day, you got to look at the box. There's only been 2 hits by Jordan Campy all night long. I mean, that's always given up. A couple of free bases here and there, and maybe an error,
there
but
for a strike.
He has certainly pitched really well. And, he has given these Martinsburg hitters a fit both times out.
He pitched really well last week against this same very team.
Yeah, he matches up well against this lineup, for some reason. It's just when Martinsburg gets a couple free bases, they figure out a way to, to make things happen. So, they're going to have to try to find that magic that they had there in the second inning, because if he continues to put zeros up, Musselman, will probably find a way before it's all said and done to put a run or 2 up.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Cohen Rutherford delivering the 2-2 to Sifford, and it's low for ball 3, full count. And I think another thing, too, is he's only a sophomore. So really he's starting to maybe get more comfortable in the rotation at this point. And as his confidence grows and he gets used to the varsity level of competition, as there's a strike 3, called strike 3, but Levy having trouble with it will throw down on the drop third strike and get Sifford the 3rd strikeout of the game for Rutherford. That'll bring Isaiah Morris to the plate.
I think Sifford liked the call because I think he thought it was low. He's not happy at all with the call. Thought he had the ball 4.
The pitch to Morris is a healthy swing at it and miss for strike 1. So 5th inning, Martinsburg leading 3-2. Bulldogs at the plate. And the pitch lifted into right field. Will that fall? A great effort out there and right by Miller, but it gets underneath his glove, and Isaiah Morris has a 1-out single.
Miller out there with the stitches and the sore wrist, just still laying it on the line, laid out for it, just missed the ball there. So only the 3rd hit tonight given up, and it looked like that Miller almost stole that hit back.
Yeah, that was an excellent effort, and I don't know too many guys that would necessarily lay out after just suffering an injury when you were trying to make an excellent play against the wall. Yeah, but Miller is just different.
No stopping him, yep. He's just different.
And he's one of the leaders on this team and a guy that Coach Hartman was really happy to see was able to play tonight. And
a great friend of his used to say that Jacob has intestinal fortitude.
That one misses inside for a ball.
And that was when he was about 12 or 13 years old, and I was helping out Coach Team, and a great friend of their family said Jacob's got intestinal fortitude.
2-0 count.
And he was right.
And I want a called strike. 2-1 on Caleb Edwards. Isaiah Morris at first base for Martinsburg, who holds the 3-2 lead here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Edwards will step back into the plate. Morris takes his lead. The pitch to Caleb is a called strike 2.
Rutherford's finding a groove here, and he has 81 pitches. Certainly has some pitches left in him.
Well, they probably need him to go the distance.
Well, they got Bohr, over there.
Yeah.
And they've got
the 2-2 is low for ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
McClintock came in last night. There were a couple pitches in the Hedgesville game.
He only threw 7, so he can.
He's available. So I believe there's.
They might not have their big 1-2, but they do have some other guys in that bullpen to potentially go to.
Mm-hmm.
The 3-2 pitch is hit high into the air. Kyle Lohr coming in, and Wolf is actually going to take it there just behind second base for out number 2.
The thing is how far can Musselman push Paulson, to his 110 pitch limit, and if they can get DJ out there, can they figure him out?
Coach Byler did tell me earlier today that if it was going to be a short outing, then he wouldn't throw Triggs. That was what he told me.
He's going to want him tomorrow, I would think.
Yeah. If you have
to, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you do have other options. I mean, you have Zittel or Morris who could come in and close this things out if you need 1 or 2 innings.
Paulson's at 92. He's going to get a pinch runner here.
It's like
Isaac Groves, I believe. Going to come in and pinch run.
So Carson Buber at the plate. Buber sacrificed, reached on error his first time up, flew out his last time.
I think if you're gonna pinch run him here, you're saying I'm stealing, right? With 2 outs.
That would make the most sense. And
yep,
Grove takes off. The throw from Levy is not in time.
So yeah, I mean, if you're going to pinch run him with 2 outs, and you're saying I'm stealing, I mean,
Stealing, trying to get in scoring position.
Yeah, telling the other team
for a single to the outfield to score him.
I'm surprised they didn't maybe try to pitch out. But Grove did obviously take off on the first pitch. A big swing and a miss from Carson Buber.
There he goes again. Ball got away as Levy throws from his knees. Yeah, it's something he's going to have to correct as he continues to catch at his varsity level. He'll get to run on like crazy if you don't get off those knees, throw him back to the pitcher.
1 ball, 1 strike, and Buber fouls that one away. 1 ball, 2 strikes now on Carson Buber, the Dogs' second baseman.
And he's had a tough go of it lately at the plate, trying to break out of a tough drought here.
A little tough time in the field today, too, so he's probably in his own head a bit and wanting to.
Buber hits it hard on the ground toward Hartman. Hartman scoops it up, throws the first in time for out number 3. We'll head to the 6th inning. Martinsburg 3, Musselman 2. The Bulldogs strand a runner in scoring position. It's West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com. The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg has a brand new list of daily specials. Monday, stop on in for burger night or enjoy a nice juicy steak every Tuesday and Wednesday. The Palace Lounge also offers freshly steamed shrimp Thursdays and chef specials every Friday and Saturday. Sunday is all-day breakfast and there are drink specials daily too. So come enjoy the Palace Lounge. You can find them on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard.
We welcome you back to P.O. Faulkner Park. Joe Paulson remaining on the mound at 92 pitches.
Triggs is up and warming again. Colin with the camera shot there in the Bulldogs bullpen.
It will be Broyles, Levy, and Shockey due up for Musselman. Broyles has reached on an error and struck out in the ball game. Levy has a single and a sacrifice fly. Shockey has a walk and a strikeout, and Wolf reached on error. The bottom of the order for Musselman is finding ways on base. We'll see if that continues in this half inning as Broyles takes the first pitch to begin the 6th for ball 1.
Great game so far. There's been some good defense. Seen some good pitching.
Nearly hits Broyles as he ducks out of the way. So 2-0 count for the freshman. Paulson steps back on the mound. Looks into his catcher, Matthew Asanovich, for the 2-0 delivery. And it's fouled back.
He was right on that one. Fastball was up. And it's just up just enough out of that wheelhouse because he just about barreled that one up.
And was obviously sitting on his pitch, expecting a fastball there on 2-0, and now has a
and that's what
2-1 count.
On 2-0, you sit on that pitch as opposed to some of the other times we've seen some of the batters fish for pitches at 2-0, 3-1 counts,
Well, here we are in a 3-1 count as that pitch will miss a little bit high for ball 3.
Yeah. He should be looking for his pitch about right here in a 6-inch hole. And if it's not there, just let it go.
And it wasn't there. So ball 4, Boyles leads off the inning with a walk. And then Levy will come to the plate.
In high school, that leadoff walk generally is trouble. Last time we seen Levy, I believe he sacrificed the last time he was up, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him not do it again.
Had a sacrifice and a single in the ball game.
Certainly a bunt situation. I'm not sure they want to erase that runner, by caught stealing. This goes back to that play. A couple of plays in this game, that's not going to show up in the scorecard is the throw out of Hartman by Asanovich.
Yeah, that was early back in the first inning. Here's a throw down from Asanovich. Could be trouble, and they get him at first. They caught Boyles, the freshman, leaning, and he is frustrated as Matthew Asanovich made a great throw to Caleb Edwards for out number 1.
Yeah, just a great baseball IQ play by Asanovich. It's automatic when you bunt through to throw behind the runner there because they generally are leaning, and so it's been taught really well there to throw down on the bunt through.
The 0-1 is in.
And it wasn't a great effort by Levy to bunt. He squared real late, so
Yeah.
I mean, just you just need to give yourself up there. But anyway, strike 2 on that check swing on that big curveball. Now he's down 0-2, and the teams give up an out.
The 0-2 from Joe Paulson just missed on a good-looking pitch from the senior.
Yeah, had Coach Hartman pull his hat off and rub his head on that one. I think he thought that they were.
The 1-2 from Paulson hit well into center field, and Canby makes the play.
Canby covers ground on him.
Yeah, these two center fielders, even if it's hit well into like that one left center, I mean, they are going to make plays either going back, going to right, going to left. Very impressive in the defensive side. I can't remember a misplayed ball by Jordan Canby this year.
He's played really, really well. Really, really well. Certainly, we're blessed with a lot of good, outfielders in the EPAC.
So I'll bring Shockey to the plate all of a sudden with 2 outs.
Yeah, should be a man on second, 1 out. Musselman's, failed to do the small things there. That's got him in, in a 1-run game, you have to do those things.
And Shockey standing in now on a no-ball, 2-strike count with 2 away. Martinsburg leading this ball game 3-2, top of the 6th inning. The pitch from Joe Paulson is checked. That's checked down to first, and he did not go around.
How big now is Asanovich erasing 2 runners? It's just huge. Huge. Again, a lot of things you won't see in the books. I mean, those 2 plays and that play by Edwards early, I'll say it again and again, those 2 plays kept runs off the board.
1-2 count. The pitch to Shockey. A swing and a miss for strike 3. Joe Paulson gets another strikeout to end the 6th. Martinsburg on top, 3-2. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th inning with the Bulldogs coming to the plate. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Before the invitations and the dress, the flowers, cake, candles, or vows, there was an answer to a question proposed with a ring.
Bechtel Jewelers knows that an important part of your wedding happens before the I-dos. We're a diamond store with an engagement and bridal jewelry selection that's both exciting and accessible.
On the big day, there's everything else, and there's the ring. Make sure you get this one right at Bechtel Jewelers in Inwood.
If you're in an accident, the first thing that you have to do is call 911. You have to get medical care immediately.
The next thing you need to do is call us. When you hire us at the Skinner Law Firm, what we do is we are going to investigate your case, and we're going to lay out the options that you have, all at no cost to you.
We will use all of our resources and all of our experience to get you what you deserve.
The Skinner Law Firm, SkinnerFirm.com.
We welcome you back to P.O. Faulkner Park. Martinsburg leading 3-2. Cone Rutherford remaining on the mound for the Applemen as the Bulldogs will come to the plate. It will be
Canby,
Lupus, and Zittle due up for the Dogs. 6, 7, 8 hitters.
Can be very similar to Clement when he gets on base. He wills his way around, and he almost willed Martinsburg into, with another insurance run when he got on the last time.
Jordan Canby, a guy that is
2 of the 3 hits.
Yeah, currently a nominee for our WVU Medicine Player of the Game with his 2 hits and an RBI.
And you do have Morris and Triggs working right now.
1-0 count now becomes 2-0 as Rutherford gets behind on Canby. And we talk about his bat as of late has just really found a nice spot for him here in the 6th hole. Batting well over 380 on the year, and he'll take that pitch for a called strike. Now 2-1. The 2-1 pitch from Rutherford to Canby is high for ball 3.
Over in the Musselman bullpen, you got a couple guys working over there, or at least one guy, 2 guys standing around.
You can bet if Canby's on second base.
That pitch low for ball 4, so Canby gets the leadoff walk.
He'll be there soon.
And, Levy has kind of struggled with the throwdowns tonight. So
if he steals here and Levy throws back to Rutherford with his from his knees, Canby will take third.
And he did advance earlier on one of those kind of wild throws that got off the glove of Rutherford.
Yeah, if Levy
got to third base, so we'll
Levy
see.
Doesn't get up off those knees and throw hard back to Rutherford, he's going to have a hard time keeping Canby at second.
Michael Lupus will come to the plate. He had an RBI sacrifice fly in the 2nd.
I think Lupus has to bunt here, but I think Canby moves himself.
And Rutherford, with a pretty good pickoff move, nearly got Canby leaning, but he's back in there safely at first base. So Lupus will dig in. A good bunter, and he will lay down the bunt, but Canby takes off for second. The slide, and he's in there with the stolen base. So Martinsburg has a runner in scoring position. The pitch missed low for ball 1, and Lupus was able to get his bat back in time. So runner in scoring position, a 1-run lead for the Bulldogs in the bottom of the 6th inning.
I think you probably just hit now. You got 3 batters to try to get this insurance run. You just try to hit.
Lucas slaps it. It's a big pop fly. This will be a tough throw, and the throw is in time. The defense continues to be great, especially from these shortstops, as Hartman delivered a great throw there. And runner on third.
Insurance run there 90 feet away.
And Jake Zittel coming to the plate. 3-2 lead for Martinsburg. Zittel has walked and struck out so far in the ball game. The first pitch to Zittel is outside. Musselman playing in on the grass, trying to prevent any run from scoring on a bunt or just a slow
just
grounder.
Go ahead and bunt here. Just safety squeeze here.
Could definitely be an option as that pitch misses outside. Now Zittel sitting, though, on a hitter's count at 2 balls and no strikes. Canby with his speed standing down there at third base.
Infield's in.
The 2-0 pitch to Zittel is low for ball 3.
I think it doesn't really matter now. You just force him to throw a strike first before you give yourself up at all.
Zittel sitting now on a 3-0. He'll be taking all the way here, and the 3-0 is taken for strike 1.
We're getting ready to see Rutherford's 100th pitch of the night. As Bohr is working in the...
Somebody else is, too. I can't see who it is.
There's a righty down
The
there.
3-1 hits the zone on the inside part of the plate for strike 2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. A 3-2 lead for Martinsburg. Bottom of the 6th inning. Bulldogs looking to get that insurance run before the 7th. And Zittel takes a big swing and a miss for strike 3. Rutherford now has 2 outs. And Asanovich will come to the plate.
Asanovich, the big RBI guy.
The orange bat.
Second on the team in RBIs.
He
He's got
drives this
24.
run, and he's my player of the game.
The pitch to Asanovich is low for a ball. He's had a few great defensive plays that I presume would add to that nomination for you, Trip.
And an RBI.
Yeah, he does have an RBI to make it 24 on the season. Asanovich fouls it back.
Into your living room.
So.
Yeah, he had the safety squeeze earlier, perfectly placed down the first baseline.
So Martinsburg holding on to the 3-2 lead. There's 2 outs in the inning. Rutherford trying to strand that runner at third base and keep the deficit at 1 for the Appleman Bats. The pitch is fouled back again. So Asanovich sitting on a 1-2 count.
I think he was trying to hit Tripp.
It was right in my grill.
Luckily the net is there.
I think that was right in front of your face, Trip.
It was.
Hit the press box.
The 1-2 with 2 outs.
A
chopper down the third base line. Going to be tough. The throw to first. In time, Cohen Rutherford delivers a strike to first base to keep the deficit at 1. And the Applemen will come to the plate to begin the 7th inning. It's 3-2 Martinsburg. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Mayhem is everywhere.
I'm your new bangs, and you can't stop staring at me. That's it. Just tilt the rearview mirror over here. And while you're checking me out more times than a library book, your car is wandering into that lane over there. More bangs? Neat. And if you've got cut rate insurance, you could be paying for this yourself. So get Allstate.
Call Martinsburg Allstate agent Gary Kelly today at 304-263-4596.
Looking for some nightlife? Then look no further. Laddie's Bar and Grill has a full bar and kitchen, pool table, and entertainment with great food at affordable prices. You can dine in or carry out by calling us at 304-263-5233. Laddie's is open Monday through Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 3 a.m. and Sundays from 10 a.m. to 3 a.m. We serve breakfast all day long, and our lunch and dinner specials are posted every day on our Facebook page. So stop on in to Laddie's Bar and Grill, located at 107 Lutz Avenue in Martinsburg.
We welcome you back to P.O. Faulkner Park. 7th inning getting started. Joe Paulson remains on the mound for the Bulldogs, looking to pitch the complete game and get the victory for Martinsburg to send them to the regionals. But it's a Musselman team with its 9-1-2 hitters and no slouch at the plate in Trenton Wolf. He's in the 9-hole just because he's a second leadoff hitter, essentially, with his speed.
Yeah, he's a tremendous hitter. I mean, lots of speed there, lots of athleticism. You know, he can easily, should he figure out a way to get on base here, he's gonna. It's gonna certainly be trouble, for Joe trying to keep him from coming around to score.
5 pitches to work with.
3-2 lead for the Bulldogs, and the pitch from Paulson is called strike 1 at the knees. So probably the last batter here for Joe Paulson. The 0-1 pitch hit towards short. Clement is there for out number 1.
Maybe not the last batter, Nick.
Right at him.
He's still got 3 more pitches.
Right at him.
3 pitches, 2 batters, and Kyle Lohr coming to the plate. Lohr in the ball game. Lined out to begin it on the first pitch of the game. Flew out and struck out. The pitch from Paulson. Hit on the ground in between first and second, and nobody's going to get there. And it's a 1-out single, and the tying run is now on first base for Musselman. The lead run is Hartman, and he'll come to the plate.
And Paulson will still be able to pitch to another batter.
So a single for Lohr. Hartman comes to the plate. He has singled twice and flew out in the ball game. He was caught stealing back in the first.
Lohr's no slouch when it comes to running either.
Definitely a good speed guy. Good player all the way around for the Applemen down there at first base. It's 3-2 Martinsburg. 7th inning. Hartman at the plate. The shortstop awaits the pitch. Pops this one up. This will be a tough play for Caleb Edwards and probably an unplayable ball as it hit off the net right in front of the Musselman dugout.
Yeah, that was pitch 110, making this Paulson's last batter of the night.
So Joe Paulson has hit the limit, but he can finish the batter. Hartman at the plate.
Josh Hartman giving lots of signals over there. See what he's got in mind or see if he's going to try to steal.
Sonovich so far has proven that might not be a great idea. The 1-1, but the throw over not in time. Paulson going to try to hold him. But again, you don't want to hit into a double play, or at least you don't want to hit into a ground ball that could potentially get the lead runner. It'd be very tough to get a double play here at the speed on the base pass and the speed at the plate. A 1-1 is fouled away. So 1 ball, 2 strikes on Hartman. 1 out in the inning. Lohr down there at first.
it would certainly be disastrous to have him erased at second with your 2-3 guys up. So I wouldn't expect him to be going at this point, especially considering what Asanovich has done earlier.
The 1-2, a throw over. Lohr is back in time. 3-2. Martinsburg on top of Musselman. 7th inning, top 7th.
We know that you want it right at the point the way it looks right now. You can't. It's going to be really tough to get double play, like you said. So that would certainly bring Jason Myers to the plate, who has home run power. And
this one hit into left center field. Going to be a difficult play. Going back and making it is Hudson Clement. Jordan Camby was on to make the backup, but Clement gets there. His defense in this ball game has been stellar.
Been a great night defensively for the Bulldogs. They're down to their last out. They're going to have to. Paulson's going to have to give way as Coach Bowler heads out to take Paulson off the mound.
Joe Paulson with an excellent performance for the Bulldogs.
Just going to let the applause happen there, Nick. Let the ovation happen before you send it to break.
I wasn't sending it to break yet, Spencer. Relax.
He gets to have his walk-off and bow.
And Joe Paulson, just excellent outing for him. First start since re-aggravating a shoulder injury. Logan Wilt will head to right. Isaiah Morris will look to get the final out of the ball game when we come back. This is West Virginia High School Baseball. Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Hagerstown Ford continues to be your leader in car sales up and down the I-81 corridor. We will beat any and all competitors' prices, and we've made buying a new car easier than ever with one-day delivery better than Amazon and a return policy better than Walmart. Your satisfaction is our guarantee. If you don't like it, simply return it and we'll come pick it up. No questions asked. Why would you shop anywhere else? At Hagerstown Ford, we take great pride in our community and supporting our local student athletes. That's why Hagerstown Ford is the official car dealership of Shepherd Rams quarterback Tyson Bagent. Our remote buying process has made new car shopping so easy, you'll never even set foot in a dealership. Simply go to HagerstownFord.com and click on the car you want to buy it, or use the Axle Auto app. It's that easy. You can order your new car on any device. Go to HagerstownFord.com and get your new car signed, sealed, and delivered from Hagerstown Ford.
Welcome back to P.O. Faulkner Park here. We've got a pitching change. Those brought to you by the Heffley Motor Company located at 993 Hedgesville Road in Martinsburg. You're local, we're local, so why not buy local? I ride with them, so you should too. Joe Paulson's night is done after 6 2/3 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, no earned, 3 walks, and 6 strikeouts on 112 pitches. 70 of those for strikes, facing 29 batters. In is Isaiah Morris. On the season in 15 2/3 innings, Isaiah Morris has allowed 6 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, 14 walks to 23 strikeouts with a 1.34 ERA. Now back to Nick with the play-by-play.
Thank you, Spencer. Nick Versley, Trip Tobin, Spencer Dupuis, happy to have you with us as Martinsburg holds on to a 3-2 lead here in the 7th inning. Musselman has its final out. Myers to the plate. Kyle Lohr standing on first base, and the pitch is high for ball 1 from Isaiah Morris.
Yeah, Morris not going to be able to groove anything here to Myers. They seen what he could do. I mean, Morris was out there on that field when he sent that ball out into the quarry the other night, so Morris got to be careful here.
Morris delivers the 1-0 and a big swing and a miss from Myers. 1 ball, 1 strike. Martinsburg 2 strikes away.
He was looking to go up a run there, wasn't he?
Yeah. Winning the section, Myers took a big swing at that last pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. Lohr on first, the pitch from Morris. A breaking ball that misses low for ball 2.
Yeah, just a little low there, maybe a little bit outside. Hasanovich trying to pull that one in.
2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, 3-2, Martinsburg on top. Lohr on first for the Appleman. Myers at the plate. The 3-2 is slapped away. The 2-1 is now a 2-2 count as he slaps it away.
Mm-hmm. Bulldogs are a strike away. You hear the noise picking up on the Bulldog side, the anxiety on the Musselman side, which could be this season-ending pitch
2 balls, 2 strikes. Isaiah Morris steps on the mound. Kyle Lohr takes his lead off first base. Myers digs in. The pitch. Breaking ball misses outside for ball 3. So full count.
Full count here is going to have Lohr moving on this pitch after he heads home. That's going to be big should Myers find a base hit out there, because Lohr can absolutely motor around the bases, and he could easily score on a double if he's off and running.
3-2 count. Morris delivers with 2 outs. Swing and a miss, strike 3. It's a drop third strike, but it won't matter. It's a throw down, and now it will matter. Myers running down to first. Ball gets away, and the Applemen score the run. It's 3-3. Aaron Byler is out of the dugout, arguing, I guess, that Myers had given himself up.
Wow.
And what a crazy turn of events. It was a drop third strike. Myers should have been running, but he didn't initially. He had thrown his glove in frustration. Asanovich tracks it down. Edwards standing at first didn't seem to be completely paying attention for a throw, but also a sloppy throw from Asanovich. And Musselman's Kyle Lohr advances all the way from first to score the run and tie this game up at 3.
I think Coach Byler has a good gripe. If he throws the bat over and he walks out of the baseline, I think that should be an out.
So Myers struck out. Ball got away from the catcher. Myers frustratedly.
Now they're going to talk about
meeting here.
Myers frustrated. Walks around the turf. How far did he go? Did he give himself up? He didn't head back to the dugout, but he did throw the bat, and which doesn't get you out. But then Asanovich, all he has to do is make the throw to first, but he throws it over Caleb Edwards' heads. Then Jason Myers takes off, and next thing you know, Lohr comes all the way around. So when we look on the, so he actually is just walking down the line. Yeah,
so he never really walks out of play.
No, he never came out of play at all.
So they're going to rule that a run, and Musselman has tied the game at 3.
On a strikeout.
On a drop third strike, Kyle Lohr takes off, scores from first.
Of all the plays that Asanovich made tonight, in typical catcher style, all he'll think about is the one throw here. So they have to regroup. They've still got, 3 out. They still got to get, of course, this out.
That was very close. Looking back at the replay, he was almost pointed himself toward the dugout, but he didn't. And I think if he pointed himself to the dugout, that would have been a bigger gripe, but he really didn't point himself to the dugout. He just was on the
He threw the bat pretty well.
Yeah, he did.
And
it was over, and now it's not.
I think Martinsburg came out on the field.
Yep, and Morris was celebrating. Most of the team was celebrating.
Came out on the field, and then I think that created some issues for Asanovich and got his, got his adrenaline pumping, and he just made a bad throw there. He could have ran it down there and tagged him because he was just walking.
But we're still playing baseball after all that. Is that
that's
pitch will miss
sectional
low.
Baseball for you. That's why you play the game. Drama.
Dylan Stevens digs back in. The game is now tied at 3 between Martinsburg and Musselman. A runner on first base. The pitch from Morris. Hit on the ground. Buber charges in, tosses to Edwards for out number 3. So the Bulldogs in a tied ball game will have a chance to walk it off, but could have already won it. In a crazy sequence of events, we'll head to the bottom of the 7th. Tied game at 3. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
You've been in an accident. A distracted driver put texting over safety. Your injuries, loss of income, and medical bills can last a long time, even a lifetime. Our job is to try and secure justice that will protect you and your family for the rest of your life. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
We welcome you back.
I was going to. We got a pitching change. Welcome back to P.O. Faulkner Park. We've got a pitching change that's brought to you by the Heffley Motor Company, located at 993 Hedgesville Road in Martinsburg. You're local, we're local, so why not buy local? I ride with them, so you should too. As the night is done for Cohen Rutherford, 6 innings, 3 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned, 4 walks, 4 strikeouts on 105 pitches, 55 for strikes, facing 27 batters. Coming in is McClintock, the freshman, who is 1-0 in 1 appearance this year, and that appearance was last night. He got the win in the appearance last night. And McClintock has given up, is in just 2/3 of an inning, has struck out 1 guy and faced 2 batters, given up nothing. Back to Nick with the play-by-play.
Yeah, crazy that McClintock has now built a role for himself in the sectionals, but here we are. Just 2/3 of an inning. He hasn't even thrown a whole inning out there on the mound, but Coach Hartman going to him here. And
that's what happens when you're in your 5th game in the sectionals, and you've had so many tough outings that you get this deep into your roster, and it was just a crazy inning last inning, and to see if that momentum and adrenaline stays on Musselman's side, or if Martinsburg can take it back, as they were running out on the field, and next thing you know, Lohr's coming around to score, and looked like he was going to run through the band at USC there for a minute as everybody was in the way.
And Hudson Clement is hit by a pitch.
Very high, too.
I think that might have been the nerves of McClintock, as now Clement will take first base.
And here comes Neil Riemenschneider in.
And with his speed, we know Clement could take second. And then the Bulldogs would have a runner in scoring position in a tied ball game.
What would they be talking about there, Tripp?
I don't know, unless Neil thought he didn't try to get out of the way. I don't know what he would, but I know that
it's a tough pitch to get out of the way.
I know Jeff told him no.
Weird curveball. So Landon Sifford coming to the plate after Clement reaches on the HBP.
The absolute worst thing that could happen is to put Clement on. For Musselman, not sure how
especially for the freshman pitcher to have to worry about
how you stop him, from wheeling his way around the bases.
Throw over, not in time.
Could be how they do it.
Clement on first.
I said the other day the only way to keep him from stealing second is to not let him get on first.
There you go.
He takes his lead.
That is the absolutely only way.
And he will go. The throw down. Pretty good throw, but not in time. A little bit too much loft on it, and Hudson Clement is there at second base of another stolen base. And the Bulldogs have a runner in scoring position in a tied game at 3. The winning run is on second. And Landon Sifford at the plate.
Sifford, multiple things he could do here. He could bunt down a third baseline. He could, fake bunt and see if he can draw Stevens in. If he draws Stevens in, leaves the base open behind him. Which is what it looks like at the moment. Stevens just going to give him third?
Sifford showing bunt. Now Stevens drops back. McClintock steps off again. 3-3 ball game. Bottom 7th inning.
Yeah, Stevens is going to have to stay back and not get drawn in here.
Clement takes his lead off second. Sifford shows bunt, pulls it back.
Better defense that time.
Or it is a called strike on the swing. No, low for a ball, excuse me.
Better defense that time as Myers is way up. Stevens is down, kind of in the triangle there.
1 ball, 1 strike, and another time. So the intensity continues to pick up here at P.O. Faulkner Park in a 3-3 ball game between Martinsburg and Musselman.
Huge situation for the freshman to be in here. It's just such a situation.
If Martinsburg wins, they're the section champions. Sifford lays down a bunt. It's going foul, and it sticks on the line. It's a fair ball.
It's set on that line, too.
So Sifford at first. Clement at third Isaiah Morris to the plate. The winning run is 90 feet away with no outs.
Wow.
Just wow.
That's what you call the perfect bunt.
Literally the perfect bunt as it just barely stays fair. And now Isaiah Morris can be the hero.
You got to walk him. And then just bring the defense in. There you go.
So they will walk Isaiah Morris. He's excited. And Caleb Edwards will come to the plate.
Yeah, I mean, they had no choice but to walk him there. They can't. Yeah. They have to have an out at home. They have to be able to. Their only choice.
Caleb Edwards hitting .362 on the year. Hasn't gotten that many plate appearances, but I mean, he's got 20 RBIs on the season, top 3 or 4, or top 5 on team RBIs. So it could be over right here.
Yeah. Caleb Edwards to the plate. The pitch to Edwards, fouled away.
The outfield's drawn in enough that I don't think that outfield's drawn in enough to still throw out Clement.
90 feet away from victory is Martinsburg with the bases loaded and nobody out. One of their best players, the cleanup hitter, Caleb Edwards at the plate. McClintock looks into his catcher, delivers the pitch, hit hard up the middle. Hudson Clement charges in, and Martinsburg is the Section 1 Region 2 champions.
Wow.
On a walk-off hit, scoring Hudson Clement from Caleb Edwards. Bulldogs win it 4-3 over Musselman.
Great game. I mean, Musselman never give up, but you could just tell that Martinsburg with that speed was going to, create havoc for Musselman tonight, and you can see that as Musselman's dejected, and Martinsburg is just unbelievably, just got their sectional win at home here.
Caleb?
So it's
who's your WV
Joe Paulson.
Joe Paulson?
Yeah. Joe Paulson.
How about we get multiple? You want to get multiple?
Maybe. It's on to the regional tournament for the Bulldogs as they beat Musselman tonight 4-3. We'll take a 2-minute break. When we return, we will have the Palace Lounge post-game show. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Insurance companies like to play games. They say they're on your side, but they aren't. We have a team that can handle any curveball they throw. At Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, you get a dedicated lawyer, and every case gets a team effort. So you get nearly 150 combined years of experience going to bat for you. And we like to win. Join the team that takes your personal injury case seriously. Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson. We play hardball.
Are you considering selling your home and don't know where to start? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Phone Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams at 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
The game may be over, but don't go away just yet. We've got a complete game recap, analysis, stats, the player of the game, and we'll prepare you for our next broadcast. All on the postgame show. Today's game broadcast has been brought to you by
Cody's Auto Body, Laddie's Bar and Grill, Trips Flooring, The Mortgage Center, Gary Kelly Allstate Insurance, Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, the Heffley Motor Company, the Palace Lounge, Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies, Milestone Realty, and by WVU Medicine, Berkeley, and Jefferson Medical Centers.
So let's return to the field and rejoin our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team.
To P.O. Faulkner Park as the Martinsburg Bulldogs win the Section 2 Region 1 championship. And
make sure it's a good picture.
This is the Palace Lounge post-game show. The Palace Lounge is brought to you by is located on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg with a full lunch and dinner menu with daily specials and a clean, comfortable atmosphere. Check out the menu on the Palace Lounge Facebook page. Nick Verzolini, Trip Tobin, happy to have you with us for the Palace Lounge post-game show. And Trip, just an excellent ball game. Crazy ending there. 3-2 Martinsburg heading into the 7th inning. Bulldogs get a drop third strike for the final out of the game, we believed at the time. But then the drop third strike, Myers kind of throws his bat in frustration. Sonovich ends up making a poor throw. Once Myers realizes it, he takes off for first. Lohr scoring all the way from first to tie the game at 3, but then Caleb Edwards comes through with a walk-off single to win the game and score Hudson Clement from third.
Yep, I mean, it was just a crazy way of, of how the game ended, and how the game got extended a little bit there when Martinsburg having to bat in the bottom, but yeah, I mean, it's just unbelievable. Musselman, they can hang their heads high. They fought with class and dignity and give it all they had, and they just really come up just a little bit short. Their pitching staff was a little short there at the end, but the freshman and the sophomore give it all they had and give Musselman every chance they could to, with a little run support to win the game tonight, and they just come up a little short. But, there's a few things that could have happened, like Coach Hartman said, that, not leaving runners on, leaving those bases loaded early. You can do a lot of ifs, ands, or buts, but, at the end of the day, these two teams are very close, and someone had to lose and someone had to win, and it was just a great series between these two teams, and it's been a great couple weeks leading into it. The game before the sectional seedings came out when Dylan Stevens came here and rolled through the Bulldog lineup, and then when Martinsburg went up there and Cohen Rutherford threw a gem against them, and then another one again tonight. So, these two teams have really played and would have represented this section really well, but Martinsburg has come out victorious. I think their speed at the end of the day and, slightly more experienced defense, catcher, holding runners, changes the game a little bit as well. So, I think that at the end of the day, that's just kind of where Musselman was just a little bit lacking, not able to keep Martinsburg's speed at bay, and kind of missed a bunt there at one point in time, and ended up, instead of having a man on second and one out, they had nobody on base with 2 outs, and a couple, 3-1 counts that probably could have been, walks had they taken a pitch here and there. But, again, ifs, ands, and buts. Just didn't get the big hit at the right time, for Musselman and Martinsburg. They got that 3-run lead, never really relinquished it there till that crazy play at the end. And then once Hudson Clement got on at the bottom of the inning, it was like money. You could have bet your paycheck at that point that they were going to figure out a way to come around and get him around. So anyway, hats off to Musselman. Great season. There's some great baseball talent on there. They're not going to lose too much this year. They're going to lose Jacob Miller and I believe Trenton Wolf, Jackson Shockey. Probably going to miss somebody, but those are 3 that for sure. But anyway, I think you got Caleb with you.
Yeah, we'll send it down to Spencer Dupuis, who's standing by with Caleb Edwards.
Caleb Edwards, you got that clutch hit up to the plate. What were you thinking there with bases loaded?
Just thinking that I had to put the ball in play, and if I put the ball in play, we could get the run to score, and that'd be the game.
And you haven't hit a lot this year, but when you've hit really well. 21 now RBIs on the season. And did you know that was your spot there for you to bring it in and get the win, the sectional championship?
Yes, sir, 100%. I knew that was my spot right there.
And obviously big sectional championship win for you guys, and then you'll have to wait to face the next guy, or the most likely Jefferson or Washington come next week. And what is it going to take knowing that you guys face one of those teams again, that they've one of the top teams there in the EPAC?
It's going to take a lot of clean defense and just hitting the ball and putting runs on the board, and if we do that, we'll be just fine.
All right, congrats on the win and the walk-off hit.
Yes, sir, thank you.
We're going to be joined now by Joe Paulson. And Joe, obviously for you, haven't really started since your injury, and to get that nod from Coach Byler, what does that mean to you?
It means everything. When I had that injury, I couldn't really see myself starting for the rest of the season. And just to be able to start in this big of a position, them allowing me to come back, and this being my first start since my injury, it just means it means they put me so high, and it means a lot to me.
And you obviously in this situation before last year, but now this year kind of had reached your pitch limit, but Morris able to come in and finish it out.
I mean, it's just the same thing, I'm able to do my role. I'm able to throw seven innings almost, and it's just because of my team that we won.
And so a big win for you guys. What is it going to take now to win the region?
We're all going to need to keep our heads level and get our bats together and just believe in the coaches, honestly.
All right, congrats on being the WVU Medicine Player of the Game, and congrats on winning the section.
Thank you.
Now we're going to be joined by Coach Byler momentarily. And Coach Byler, it's another sectional championship. How's it feel?
Yeah, it feels good. You hope that one day you get to the point where, you're expected to win them and not as excited, but, we're still trying to win them and still going to be very excited about them. So we feel really good about it.
And obviously, 7th inning, thought you guys were going to close it out there, but just not everybody on the same page there.
Yeah, I think the game got real fast there, and the moment got real big, and went with my gut there and brought Mo in. Even though, like I told you before, we had all the confidence in DJ. If he were to come in, Mo gets a strikeout, and we just probably should tag the guy out there. And the game sped up really fast on us, and it could have cost us, and thankfully tonight it didn't. But like I told Matt, I said, everybody made mistakes tonight. That was just one of them. So win, lose, or draw, it is what it is. We moved on, and when Hudson got on base there, got a good feeling.
And yeah, talk about Hudson getting on base there, but then you see them, you get Sifford on base, and they walk Morris intentionally, and coming up to the plate was Caleb Edwards. He hasn't hit a lot this year due to his injury, but tops there, top 5 on your team in RBIs. Did you know that it was going to be it?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a situation you don't like to be in the other dugout. You're kind of darned if you do and darned if you don't. I don't know. I probably don't pitch to Morris there either. It's probably the right call. You load the bases, and then a walk beats you too. It's just one of those situations where you're kind of up against the wall. I probably would have handled the exact same way, and credit to Caleb for coming through.
All right, Coach, congrats on the sectional win, and obviously next ahead of you is going to be Jefferson or Washington.
Yeah, I told him we got to enjoy it tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday, and we got to refocus on Monday because I think there's a lot of talent in that dugout over there and enough talent to go compete with either of those teams. So we got to enjoy it for a couple days and refocus, and we got bigger goals than the sectional championship, but we're real happy with it, I'll tell you that.
All right, thanks, Coach. Congrats on the win.
Thanks, Spencer.
Back up to you guys.
Thank you, Spencer. As again, Martinsburg with the 4-3 win tonight over Musselman, and got to hear from Caleb Edwards, who had the walk-off. Joe Paulson, who pitched fantastically on the mound. Unfortunate that he won't get the win tonight because he definitely deserved a win and could have got it. But and then, of course, Coach Aaron Byler after. The Bulldogs are your Region 2, Section 1 champions. Yeah. And just, a great win for Martinsburg and what was a great ball game. We'll take a 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll get you the game summary, game stats, and kind of get the final thoughts on this one. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Hi, this is Rob Mario. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call 304-262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg has a brand new list of daily specials. Monday, stop on in for burger night or enjoy a nice juicy steak every Tuesday and Wednesday. The Palace Lounge also offers freshly steamed shrimp Thursdays and chef specials every Friday and Saturday. Sunday is all-day breakfast and there are drink specials daily too. So come enjoy the Palace Lounge. You can find them on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard. Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl tile and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
A Honda is more than just a vehicle. It's a gateway to spring adventure. Start your adventures with Honda, the brand owners are calling the most fun to drive. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 0.9% APR on a 2022 Honda HR-V and a 1.9% APR on a 2022 Civic or Accord. New vehicles are arriving daily at a local Honda dealer.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic SI 2021 ACSI survey of customers rating the performance of their own automobiles.
We welcome you back to P.O. Faulkner Park as the Martinsburg Bulldogs win the section tonight over Musselman 4-3. Nick Verzolini, Trip Tobin here on the Palace Lounge post-game show. We'll get into your game summary brought to you by the Farmer and Mechanics Insurance Company. When it comes to your home, auto, farm, or business, they're trusted, reliable, and experienced. Call them at 304-263-0809. We'll start with the victorious Bulldogs. Martinsburg able to score 3 runs in the second inning to take a 3-0 lead. Musselman, though, battled back in the third and the fourth, making it 3-2. In the craziness of the seventh inning, the Bulldogs nearly closed it out in the top of the seventh and would have won 3-2, but a drop third strike. Myers kind of walks off in frustration but didn't leave the field of play. And then once he realized that the ball had gotten away from Asanovich, he takes off for first. Kyle Lohr is, of course, running the bases as the base runner that was on for Musselman. Asanovich's throw gets away from Caleb Edwards. Lohr scores all the way from first to tie the game at 3. But at the end of the day, it didn't matter in the final outcome as Caleb Edwards gets a walk-off RBI single to win the game for Martinsburg, 4-3 over Musselman. Musselman tonight, 3 runs on 6 hits, 1 error. Martinsburg, 4 runs on 4 hits, 2 errors. And that would be your game summary. And then your game stats as we move down here. We'll start with the Bulldogs again. Hudson Clement goes 0 for 2, but scored a few runs, had a walk, and I think 3 or 4 stolen bases tonight. So a good job when he got on base. Morris 1 for 3. Edwards 1 for 3. Canby 2 for 2. Again, just 4 hits, 4 for 21 for the Dogs, but got 5 walks in the game along with struck out 4 times. Joe Paulson pitched great tonight, 6 2/3, 6 hits, 3 runs, just 1 of those earned, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts. Isaiah Morris, a third of an inning. He gets the win, 1 strikeout. And then on the Musselman side of things, Kyle Lohr goes 1 for 4 at the plate. Hartman goes 2 for 4. Stevens 1 for 3. Boyles 1 for 2. Levy 1 for 3. And then as a team, 6 of 28 at the plate. And Rutherford goes 6 innings, 4 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned for Musselman. So your final score again was 4-3, and your game stats are brought to you by Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. Buying or selling a home, call 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. And then finally, Trip, kind of run it down, our WV Medicine Player of the Games tonight, or Player of the Game, but we have 2 of them, so Players of the Game. I misspoke there and said games. There's only 1 game played. But brought to you by WV Medicine, Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Center, leading healthcare here and everywhere. Obviously, Joe Paulson pitched great in his first start since the injury, but also Caleb Edwards with the walk-off, so we got to recognize that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Paulson, though, is huge coming back. I mean, giving Martinsburg that added depth that they're going to need in the regionals, it's going to be at least a, 2-game, possibly 3-game series. Look forward to be a 3-game series. And they're going to need every pitcher they can. And Joe Paulson has that experience. Martinsburg brings back probably the most pitching experience in the EPAC, if not the most. Probably the most experience. And that's going to be big, and maybe they can parlay that into, some regional victories there. But, I just think that Joe wasn't perfect by any means. I mean, we've seen him, 4-pitch walk here and there and a couple other things, but for the most part, he grinded through, and the biggest was that daggone 2 strikeouts with bases loaded. I mean, that was huge, there in the first inning. Things could have really changed there with the ball that might have skipped away from Edwards, or the inning could have really got out of hand. But Martinsburg did a great job of keeping Musselman off the board, and Joe come in and close the door. So just a huge inning there for Joe, and it kind of set sail from there. Give up a run here and there, off of a couple of errors. Buber had an uncharacteristic night there at short. Hudson took one off the chest there at one point in time. But again, the outfield play was great as usual. But yeah, Martinsburg just all around had a good day and overcome adversity. You'll talk about that throw that Asanovich made, but we know from up here, what he did as far as keeping Musselman off the bases and throwing out Hartman earlier, and then on the bunt through behind, and that shut down both those innings. And instead of being 1 out, man on second, or no outs, man on first and second, there was no outs and nobody on because of his efforts back there. So, hats off to him and for what he did back there. It was a full team effort. The sacrifice bunts, the sacrifice flies. They didn't have a lot of hits. I mean, at one point in time, there were 2 hits. I think Canby had them both, and nobody really squared the ball up tonight against Young, Cohen, and Rutherford. So they just manufacture runs, and that's what you have to do in high school. You have to manufacture runs, and that's what they do. And they do the little things right, and well coached, and lots of speed and depth, and they overcome their errors, and that's kind of why they are the sectional champions right now.
Yeah, and a great win for the Bulldogs. Tough loss for Musselman. Really could have gone either way. Just a few plays here and there that made a difference that Trippy really highlighted there. So that does it for us here tonight. Again, we will have tomorrow Jefferson and Washington. The game will be played at Jefferson. That game starts at 1 p.m., so we'll be on the air at 12:40. Looking forward to that one. We'll see if Jefferson can do what Martinsburg did tonight and win the section, or if that extends into next week, because I don't believe they'll play on Sunday. So,
yes, sir.
So that will extend into next week if Washington is able to win, but we'll just have to wait and see. Looking forward to that one. Again, on the air at 12:40, 1 p.m. first pitch. But that does it for us. Once again, your final score, Martinsburg 4, Musselman 3. Bulldogs are the sectional champs. They're on to regionals. For Avery Newport back in the studio, who you'll hear from in just a little bit, Spencer Dupuis, Colin McLaughlin, John Allerton, and Tripp Tobin. I'm Nick Verzolini saying so long, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your night.
Looking for some nightlife? Then look no further. Laddie's Bar and Grill has a full bar and kitchen, pool table, and entertainment with great food at affordable prices. You can dine in or carry out by calling us at 304-263-5233. Laddie's is open Monday through Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 3 a.m. and Sundays from 10 a.m. to 3 a.m. We serve breakfast all day long, and our lunch and dinner specials are posted every day on our Facebook page. So stop on in to Laddie's Bar and Grill, located at 107 Lutz Avenue in Martinsburg.
Are you at risk for a heart attack or stroke? WVU Medicine would like to remind you it's important to recognize the signs and symptoms so you can seek medical attention fast. The acronym FAST stands for F, face drooping, A, arm weakness, S, speech difficulty, and T, time to call 911. If you are having a stroke, get medical attention right away. Immediate treatment may decrease the risk of disability and prevent death. This important message is brought to you by WVU Medicine.
Life can get in the way these days. We all know that.
work commitments, social commitments, volunteer commitments, family commitments. You put your heart into all of it. You've got enough to worry about already. Your roof shouldn't be one of those things. Everything should just work. But when your roof is in need of an upgrade, you shouldn't have to worry about that either. Modern Renovations, your 4-state roofing solution. Reminding you that home is where the heart really is.
Hi, it's Talk Radio WRNR and TV10 Spencer Dupuis. When I got into a car accident and needed to get another vehicle, I wanted to go somewhere I could trust. So I went to the Heffley Motor Company at 993 Hedgesville Road.
As a first-time car buyer, I really didn't know what to expect. But at Heffley, they treated me like family. Every step in the process was seamless. Not only did they give me a great deal, but they also helped me secure an amazing interest rate. Now I know firsthand why Heffley has such a great reputation in this community.
I ride with Heffley Motor Company, so you should too.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome inside the Talk Radio WRNR studios for the Modern Realty Results post-game scoreboard show, brought to you by Modern Realty Results. Larry DeMarco and his experienced team handle each and every transaction with honesty and integrity. Go to modernrealtyresults.com for more. My name is Avery Newport, and if you were with us tonight, you saw a crazy walk-off win to win the sectional championship for the Martinsburg Bulldogs. They win on a walk-off hit by Caleb Edwards, 4-3 over the Musselman Appleman to win Section 1 and advance to regionals. A crazy win, an exciting win at home for the Bulldogs. And that was what we saw tonight on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. In other sectional action tonight, Washington defeated Hampshire 5-0 earlier this evening, which means they will play in the Section 2 championship game tomorrow at Jefferson. We will have coverage of that game on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. First pitch is scheduled for 1 p.m. with pregame coverage beginning at 12:40. So once again, Washington defeats Hampshire 5-0. The Patriots will play at Jefferson tomorrow in the Section 2 championship game at 1 p.m. with pregame coverage beginning at 12:40. So that's a roundup of your sectional recaps tonight in EPAC baseball. Now, let's take a look at some professional scores, a couple of playoff games in action tonight in the NBA. First, we'll start with the game already underway in Milwaukee. The Celtics have a big lead over the Milwaukee Bucks, 84-70, with about 11 minutes to play in the fourth quarter of that game. Milwaukee leads this series 3-2, so the Celtics are fighting for their playoff lives. They're up 14 in the fourth quarter. Later tonight on ESPN, tip-off scheduled for 10 o'clock, the Grizzlies will travel to San Francisco to take on the Golden State Warriors. Golden State leads that series 3-2, so a potential closeout game for Golden State in that one. Once again, no John Morant for the Grizzlies. So those are the two playoff games in action this evening in the association. 3 playoff games on the docket in the NHL, 2 of which are already underway. And one of those 3 games is about to conclude here with 27 seconds left in the third period. The Rangers have a 5-3 lead over the Pittsburgh Penguins. Pittsburgh leads that series 3-2. But if nothing crazy happens in the last 30 seconds of this game, the Rangers will tie up the series and send it to a Game 7. So that one is almost over with about 19 minutes. So the third period just underway. In D.C., the Caps and the Panthers are tied at 1 goal apiece. Florida leads that series 3-2, so the Capitals trying to stay alive in the playoffs here. And after we're done here, folks, we will switch to coverage of Washington Capitals playoff hockey on Talk Radio WRNR. So don't go anywhere. If you're listening on radio, you can tune in to Caps playoff hockey in just a few moments here. Once again, the Caps and Panthers tied at 1 in the third period. And at 9:30 on TNT, the third and final game of the evening will get underway as the Flames travel to Dallas to take on the Stars. Calgary in command in that series, leading 3-2. So those are your playoff scores in the NHL tonight. And now let's switch gears and talk some Major League Baseball. Lots of games on the docket this evening, and 2 of them have already concluded. The Reds earlier tonight, they win on the road against Pittsburgh 8-2. And the Brewers get a road win in Miami over the Marlins, 2-1 was the final score there. Lots of games are still underway right now. In the top of the 9th inning, the Astros have a 5-run lead over the Nationals. 6-1 is the score. At the top of the 8th, the Tigers lead 4-2 over the Baltimore Orioles. At the bottom of 8, the Mariners and Mets in a close one. Mariners lead at 2-1. And the Rays and Blue Jays in an AL East battle. Tampa Bay leads that one 4-2 at the bottom of 8 innings. And in the bottom of the 6th, the defending world champion Braves lead the Padres 6-4. In the middle of the 6th inning, the Red Sox shutting out the Rangers in Texas 5-0. And the Guardians and Twins are tied at 2 in the top of the 5th inning. Bottom 4, the Yankees shutting out the White Sox currently 6-0. And top of the 5th inning, the Giants have a 3-1 lead over the St. Louis Cardinals. In Colorado, the Rockies trailing at home to the Royals 6-3 at the beginning of the 3rd inning. And 2 games are scoreless here as they just got underway. In the top of the 1st, the Angels and A's are scoreless, and the Cubs and Diamondbacks have also just begun play in Arizona. One more game has left to start tonight. The Phillies and the Dodgers will begin play at 10:10 p.m. at Dodger Stadium in L.A. So those are your Major League Baseball scores for this evening. And that will conclude the Modern Realty Results postgame scoreboard show, brought to you by Modern Realty Results. Once again, Martinsburg wins in a thriller 4-3 on a walk-off single to win the section championship. Tomorrow, we will have coverage here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10 of the Section 2 championship game between the Washington Patriots and the Jefferson Cougars. That game will start at 1 p.m. with pregame coverage beginning at 12:40. My name is Avery Newport. Thank you all so much for tuning in to EPAC Baseball this evening. Don't go anywhere if you're listening on radio, because we will have coverage immediately following this of Washington Capitals playoff hockey as they will battle the Panthers to stay alive in the playoffs. Once again, thank you all so much for tuning in to tonight's broadcast. If you're listening on radio, we'll switch you over to Washington Capitals hockey in just a moment.
You've been listening to West Virginia High School Baseball. Today's game broadcast has been brought to you by
Bechtel Jewelers, the Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, CMA Honda of Winchester, Hagerstown Ford, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, the Mountaineer Grill and Pub, the Mirius Group of Financial Advisors, Orsini's Home Store, Kent Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, Modern Realty Results, and the Skinner Law Firm.
For the continued excitement of high school, college, and Major League Baseball, keep it tuned to FM 106.5, AM 740, Comcast Cable Channel 10, and online talkradiowrnr.com. All rights reserved.